Just look at how effective it is, whether it's cracked wall.
Oi, oi. Flat of British, Martin Leaker speaking. Welcome to Flatmass. On Flat of British. It's going to be epic. Roll up, roll up. Bring the love, bring the joy. It's going to be a celebration of life. We made it this far. Fuck it all. We're going to have a good time. Whatever happens. No. That's what we're doing tonight. Yeah, get your happy hats. I am Carrios. He's getting his happy hat on. I should get my hat. I should have got a happy hat. Bollocks. I got a massive collection of happy hats. Anyway, just imagine I'm wearing a happy hat. So good to see you all. It's been I hope you're all having a good Christmas. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are in the world. Much love to you all. Many, many blessings. Come in for the new year. I myself personally am quite excited actually of the new year. Weirdly, I am quite excited. I think it's full of potential and full of opportunity. Let's say that. I'm not worried about what them lot are doing in the weird cult at all. So we're going to have a little chat, a Martin Leaker intro chat while everyone gathers in. Tonight we're going to be talking about something really interesting. This one bugs me for this reason. Yeah, I've got portals. Hope that's not too distracting. It's the scientist Mathews. It's really crazy. All we hear about is Tesla, 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 isn't it, in this field? But there's little evidence of his actual existence. But there is lots of evidence, actually, for the existence of Dr. Defray. Dr. Defray, who is Harry Grindell Mathews, the famous British inventor you've never heard of, who is an eccentric Welshman living in a secret lab in the Welsh mountains, inventing death rays and sky projectors. Now, this is really sinking into the mode of thinking that is out there today in the field, which is Project Bluebeam. And them weirdos trying a fake alien invasion. Now, all they need is a sky projector. Okay, and just project that shit in the sky. And everyone's like, oh, wow, it's a massive UFO. Oh, we're so fat right now. So, yeah, it's interesting that this guy's field was electromagnetic technology, if you like, direct energy weapons, and free energy and wireless. Only his patents, a lot of them you will recognize in the modern day, will blow your head off to know that this guy invented them, compared to Tesla, which is definitely their man for talking about constantly. And I've noticed that they don't talk about, and in his own real, when he was alive as well, Mathews, he took, they said he was like a crackpot, but he wasn't. I don't think he was. Enough of his patents have gone through, things like autopilot that everyone uses in the modern day, and thank him for, and mobile phones and numerous other inventions. Yeah, no shit. So we're going to look into that later on. Opportunity knocks, Bob. Yeah. After the Black Death, yeah, because there was only a third of Europe's population left, apparently. Yeah. Everyone floated into nice, cushy existences. And of course, the weird hierarchy, they'd all gone. So it all started over, and then it was back to the old kings and queens and governments and shit. That's a weird thing, isn't it? All of that. See, that's where we went wrong, is saying that one weirdo family can rule all the rest of us and we'll work for them and give our sovereignty and our energy to them. It's just super, super duper strange. But that's what they do, yeah. So what we're going to talk about tonight is a lot in this post, okay, guys? It's going to be a really good show. You're going to really enjoy it. Loads of funny things. And most of all, what we're going to do is bring the positive vibration in a grumpy, miserable, wow, city fucking world. Okay, we're going to be totally real. Warriors for God. Bringing it on strong. Yeah, the love. Yeah, fucking on. Bringing the love on. Whether they want it or not, yeah? The punishment will continue until morale improves. That's what they do anyway. Anyway, what I'll talk about is identity. Now, I've only just in the recent, months, if you like, occurred to me with my new awakening, if you like, that I have played most of my life's acting role with a fake identity. And all of us have, I'm afraid. So what do you identify as? Well, Welshman, British, flat earther, Elite. You know, it's just, there's a whole load of things, isn't there? People will say, oh, I identify as a Christian, I identify as a robot, I identify as aquagender, for example. So it's strange that people need to identify to something that is mostly and is always social engineering and handed to us. This is the way we should be. You know how to be. You watched it all on television. This is how we behave. Watch the soap operas. That's how you should behave. Watch Stepford Wives. Universal warrior, Scott Pike says. Indeed, indeed, my friend. We are universal warriors for God. Okay. So that's what we're doing here. I'm going to take this, shine this bright, shiny light, and take it out into the Greek, moany, wah city fucking world in the new year for 2026. And we are going to show them how it's done. Okay, like we've done right the way through all of this weirdness. All the Rona. Oh, fucking hell. You remember that lack? What happened on Flat Earth British? Yeah? Well, we had a good time, didn't we? It was brilliant. I loved it. I loved COVID. And I loved COVID. Lockdown was fucking fantastic. Yeah, there's plenty of things happening. Traveled the world without all of the annoying bus bastards and all the rest of it, you know? Come on, you know it's true. So what do you identify as? Do you think your identity is your true identity? Okay, well, I've let go of, like, I'm still attached. I noticed that, like, you know, if, say, somebody who's got an opposing view of mine concerning the shape of the earth, I used to personally also, as well as the person who's a globe believer, you stupid fucking retard, I would have an opposite reaction of, you know, hair standing up on my head and, you know, me wanting to go into defense mode and defend like something that we haven't got, like model. But, you know, it's felt the necessity of to just defend. And I've done that all my life, defend this, defend that. And when you get down to it, a lot of it's based on fake ideology, which is just ideas, based on ideas by other people who were infinitely corrupted. And I wouldn't go with anyway. Any of these fake ideologies. I'm going with Martin. So that's what I identify as today, right? Is usually I identify, as you know, as a robot. These are human issues, so there's nothing to do with me. Okay, default. But today I can't say I identify as nothing, because that will be like that I'm nothing. Okay, so I don't identify. There you are. I've said it. I don't identify. I'm just me. I'm not even Martin. That's just a given name, isn't it? A bullshit name. It's not even probably my name. It's not. Anyway, it's my legal name, my legal fiction. So my name is, I don't know. I'll think up a name for myself. Marticus. I like my new name, actually. I think it suits me down to the ground. Anyway, that's what I've been thinking about. Another thing I've been thinking about is something that we discussed on Campbell and Kelly's 12-hour extravaganza back last weekend, which was really good fun, by the way, which was the food. Okay, let's just talk about that for a minute, because something was really, really bugging me over COVID that I'm going to share with you now. And it was this. It was the fact that the world was on lockdown, yet all of the supermarkets and all of the shops were all jam-packed full of food. All of, you know, first of all, it was like the toilet paper you're going to need to stock up on, like the psyop that the internet went with. Yeah, because it's going to be Armageddon. And then it's just like they shit out all of these, you know, as you know, these stand on a fucking yellow dot things and all of that, like the day after. But all of the shops were fully got food in them. And I thought at the time, it's like, how is this happening worldwide? No, really, honestly, I'm bugged now, because when you watch some of the auditing videos and people are walking through British streets, all of the streets are empty of people. The supermarkets and the shops keep on ticking over, keep on getting these food and these tins and everything that are on sell-by dates displayed, and no fucker is buying anything. Yeah, they keep on ticking it over. And you can't say, oh, they're all just laundering money. You know, that's maybe the laundrettes and the nail places. Sure, but not all of them. So the food distribution places, so the logistics of filling every single supermarket, every single local store, and every single fucking spa shop in the world through lockdown just seems like really, really weird to me. How is it all of that keeping on going? So I'm weirded out about how the food is getting there in the first place. You know, Christmas has just happened, right, guys, and Thanksgiving. So where did they come out with the 500 million turkeys? Is there just a 500 million turkey farms somewhere? Or is there just turkey farms with like just 10? We're talking million. Do you know how many a million is? That's a lot of fucking turkeys. And they eat a billion and maybe 500 million turkeys at Christmas in the UK, in Europe, and in America on Thanksgiving. Where do they come from? It just bugs me infinitely, the whole thing. I'm wondering whether it's just, you know, if you follow any item back, the steak, say, for example, and then follow it back to, you know, its source, which is like this cow in the fields and all that, and you make all the dot. Well, I'm not there to witness any of that. Is any of it even actually happening? I'm not following the distribution course of any one of these items. I just presume that that's how they got there. These items in the shop, how the fuck did they get there? It's really sinister, guys. There's something definitely going on with that. I know they all of the drug addicts cut off legs, yeah, that they end up going into, you know, burgers and stuff. And we all know that McDonald's is highly suspect. I dig that. But the food that we got at the moment is like rubbish, isn't it? It's all like, even if you get, like, we went back to gardening like we did in the Second World War, it's still Monsanto seeds. It's still like you can't get, you know, if you wanted to search for an original strain of any veg or anything in this place, you'd have to go to probably the High Tibetan Plateau or something, or the Svalbard seed bank, because none of these things exist, and it has been genetically modified shit for the longest time. Yeah, and that includes the franking weeds, the franking food, and the franking everything. So I was wondering whether they were altering the taste of humanity. Okay, because all that bad energy food, it's just all on a bad vibration that we have to consume. You can charm it and make it better for yourself. That's what I do. Maybe they want to taste better for the aliens or the others. No, I think that the food is running out, and I don't think there's enough people in this place. I don't know how they're pulling this magic trick off, but they're not producing it. I travel a lot, guys, right? I mean, if you travel through the fields of Britain, which is all there is outside of the fucking cities, is fields forever, and it's all farmers' land. What's the farmers' land full of? Yeah. Cattle feed. Anything else? No. I don't see any crops growing hardly ever. The odd wheat crop, the odd this, the odd that, but not enough to sustain. And now with, you know, Starmer getting rid of like farming because he presumes they're all rich, so he's just taxed them out of the business, so there won't be any farming, and the farmers keep us alive. Same in Europe as well with the EU policies. There's not going to be any. They're just making sure that you can't farm, so they're all going to be out of work, and and jobs are going to be increasingly difficult. As you know, most people are being squeezed out of jobs because AI is taking over, isn't it? And jobs and advertising now is employ AI, save yourself a few shackles. Why employ a human? So what are people going to do with themselves? The internet is shit and controlled to fuck. There's no freedom of speech anymore, so you can't say what you truly think or what you truly feel, in case, yeah, you hurt people's feelings. Yeah. 999. Excuse me. Yeah, could you get me an ambulance, please? Why? I'm in pain. Somebody's hurt my feelings. We're calling an ambulance now. Wow, 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 wow. Here it comes. Here comes the ambulance because my feelings are hurt. Yeah. I got hurt feelings. Hurt your own feelings, a Quinn Martin production. So yeah, I identify as I don't. So I don't identify as anything. I'm a fresh new me. So I'm going on that, which is epic. It feels fantastic. So I haven't got to go get my hair off about anything anymore, because that is like human issues. That's about them. You do you, boo. Then I can keep my energy for me, for what I want to do, which is go around loving on everything and seeing where I can find truths, telling all of humanity about it, because they won't like that one bit. Yeah. So people can free themselves of all of their fears, because that's where all of the issues are and all the problems are, is fears. We've all got fears. Like, I've had fears myself. I don't know what I've had fears about. It's never usually like fears like other people, like death and things like that. I've other weirder fears. But anyway, we've all got them regardless. And the fears that we have are given to us by, again, fake ideals, fake ideology, and fake entities. You must pay your taxes. You must pay this. You must pay that, or bad things will happen to you. You will end up on Skid Row, which is an element of truth too. That's no way to live, guys. You know, if these motherfuckers go, right, then everybody can have a shared abundance that they were born into. Every single person in this realm was born into abundance, was born into spiritual abundance, which is when you find out that it's not about materialism, materialistic gain, because that is another thing where we went wrong, was consumerism. Let's fucking eat the fucking world, shall we? Dump all of that, because when you get right down to it, guys, you find out the only thing that is important is people, is other people, okay, and looking after one another in this place, because it's the wilderness, guys. The animals look out for one another, so things don't fucking eat them. So we look out for one another in a caring, safe world. That's what we should be doing. Consumerism, well, that alters that, doesn't it? Because it creates greed, and it creates, you know, avarice, and the 7 deadly sins, isn't it? You know, keep up with the Joneses. Now, how many grumpy women were there this Christmas because they couldn't have Chanel number 5 made out of piss? Yeah. Did you know what shampoo is made out of, guys? No, the active ingredient that gets your hair clean. Do you know what it is? Well, I'll give you a clue. It's called shampoo. Shampoo. Do you think they wouldn't do that, would they? No, of course they wouldn't put poo in our shampoo. So we're making shit hair. So anyway, we're going to get to the juice. We're going to look into loads of images of Tataria and stuff. Let's give you a few shouts, get a few more joins in. It's 288 of you. So what did you do this Christmas? Did you blow up your Christmas tree? No? Anyway, that's me. That's my little rant. I think that the food is really dodgy. I don't know what's going on with it exactly. I can't really work it out. It's fucking really bugging me, actually. But I, like, you know, I manage to eat what I can healthily by, you know, preparing my own food. And I guess in vegetables and all of that are pretty okay. Can't do much to a fucking carrot or a potato, can you? Unless it's GMO seeds and they've just altered the DNA or whatever. But I'm not going to create fears around that anyway, because as I said, I can just intend for it to be yummy, and it will be yummy. Okay, because all is mine's in this place. So there's that. So what's going on, Tara Payne? Many good wishes to you. I've seen you loving on everyone and wishing them Happy New Year. Indeed. It's exciting. So what are we going to do? What mischief should we get up to next year, guys? Huh? Don't worry, I'll think of something. I'm really good at it. Vibes? Yeah. No longer am I a shit magnet. Now I only attract good and beautiful things. I've changed everything in my life. That's another thing we're going to talk about later in this post. It's an idea concerning what we've been talking about with electromagnetics, Fash's technologies, and it is what makes a magnet magnetic. Where does it get its magnetism from? So we've been talking about that with my my genius son today, and he hit me up with something that I think might be true. So we're going to talk about that. Truth Seeker later on. Truth Seeker, good to see you, Manny. How are you doing this, Crimbo? So yeah. I know it's the Christmas. It's not what it used to be. I know my mother always used to say, oh, it's a fucking racket, innit? Well, yeah, everything is a racket. We'll have Easter eggs out next week. She wasn't wrong either, because it's all about making money and consumerism, isn't it? But the ideal of Christmas isn't even Christmas, because you know, Jesus was born in like April time, wasn't he? And anyway, they've put in this calendar date for them, haven't they? It's all very sinister, and you know. Anyway, that's not about me. I'm celebrating just being here and celebrating life, is what we're doing. Okay. Because it makes perfect sense and it's absolute logic as well. Yeah. To be in a good vibration and getting on with it. Yeah. Own your shit and get on with it. That's what I say. Because we've all got it. And happy being you. So, hiya. What's happening, Robert? Good to see you, man. Peggy's in the house. Pagan holidays. Oh, there's nothing wrong with paganism. Leave them alone. They've been out forever. They used to do a lot of that in Wales. Okay, just because of Dennis Wheatley novels gets associated with Satanism and stuff, which is actually, you know, as we know, the church anyway. David, it's a business model. We're all about these. Yeah, that's what it is. It's special soup, special meat, special soup. I don't know where all the turkeys are coming from, is what I'm saying. There should be billions, and all of it anyway. All of it, everything that goes on our plates. There must be just like entire countries devoted to growing our grub. I don't know. I noticed in Spain they had all yummy, fresh everything. They didn't have any problems like the rest of us. Don't worry. Be happy, says Miss Missouri, who speaks words of wisdom. Yeah. Well, let them lot have a little moan about life. Let us celebrate life and be excited for the future. Yeah. Because it's what you think it is. If you think it's going to be bollocks, it'll be bollocks. If you think, well, it's exciting, the world's full of potential, guess what? Opportunity will show itself. Be awesome. Come the glorious day as well, which could happen. They could have like an announcement like, well, sorry, we're going to have to tell you that we've been lying all along. The Earth's actually flat. Yeah, it is. It is. And the history has been lied to because we're in a reset system and we're in small pockets of opportunity. Make the most of it, guys. Party on. Somebody said the world was going to end because of a mathematical formula in November. So they better fucking be this time. I'm sick of hearing it now. How many internet Armageddons have there been, guys? In fact, me, I've been through at least 12 of them. 2K2, you know, everything's still the same. And then there was 2012 Mayan calendar. You know, I don't actually bother with any of that. I don't give a shit. It's me, Gareth Jones, Machiavelli. Good to see you. Jackie Miller's in the house, and so yeah. Back in the day, and maybe it's just because I'm like getting a bit old or whatever, but I don't feel that Christmas. You know when they used to say, "Ooh, I feel so Christmassy." I don't get that feeling anymore. It's weird. I still get, you know, nice cushy, oh, it feels all right feelings, but it's nothing to do with Christmas. Fucking not. Anyway, they says, oh, it's time to be goodwill to all men and women. Well, they say men. They miss out women. I've noticed that. They always do that. Instead of all year long. It's like, yeah, come January, we'll get back to like terrorizing the rest of the world's population. Fucking hell. Whatever. I don't know. Like I said, it's not about me. Drum and bass, yes, that helps, Mark. Music, it helps. Dancing helps. Food helps. I do like food. I haven't touched one drop of alcohol this Christmas because I just haven't fancied it. Not really in that buzz anyway. And I only drink when I got company, so I can't be bothered. Solver Miss, good to see you. So yeah, today my stage name is Farting Martin with the centre parting, as you can see. Prove me wrong. You can't. So yeah, let's get into party mode. As time goes by, I can't even listen to Dooley Wilson as time goes by. Fucking just does me in instantly, like hits me in the feelies. Yeah. And I go like, oh, I got Randy Crawford feelings. Oh no, Gloria Gaynor feelings. No, fucking hell. It's no good. It's no good. All these feelings. I know women are very emotional. I found this out over the years that they are way more emotional. But I'm like, I'm probably quite emotional for a dude as it goes. Which don't take that as a weakness. Still kick your head in, but I'm telling you what, I'll have a cry about it after. Good, 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 good vibrations. Just HP's in the house. Tool gear. Okay, I'm having a nice cup of tea. Is what I'm having. Yorkshire tea bags. I haven't felt Christmassy since I was a kid. No, I felt Christmassy later on when when the kids was young, when they was all excited and that. You get Christmas Eve when they're all opening the presents. I dig that. It was really like nice and all of that. But again, it's all a weird fucking cult based on consumerism. I'm not really into it. Now I realize. Okay, we need to fight for our right to party. That's what we need to do, guys. Before it's too late. Before Christmas is banned, partying is banned in some draconian measures. Yeah. It's bad enough you can't even say things anymore, which is hard for me because I'm like a bucking old fucking Welshman. Poof, I can't even. It's hard for me to keep down. Okay, what's Kay saying? Hi, Kay, lovely. Yeah, people go into stinking debt over Christmas. Well, everyone's in debt. In Britain, if anyone got a car, which are our cars around, you've noticed them on the road, nobody owns anything. Everything's on the never, never. Like they're never going to get paid. Everything's on hire purchase. Everything is on tick. Like everything. Hardly anyone owns anything in Britain anyway. Not the same as America. A lot of people own stuff there. Are you having a hot toddy there, Martin? No, I'm not drinking free flow. Pay attention. I just said I'm not drinking. I'm not going to drink because I don't really like it. And plus, drinking on your own in the house is basically alcoholism, isn't it? So there's that. Hiya, Alva Billy. Good to see you, my man. What's happening in your world? So yeah, 363 days until Christmas, and the people are ready getting their decorations up crazy. People still got their Christmas decorations up here from last year. They just leave them up. And Halloween and all of that as well. They just leave them up. It's whole houses around here covered with Halloween and Christmas presents from back in the 90s. Christmas decorations. So, Miss, good to see you. Good to see you smiling. Hi, Farty. Okay, yeah, Sue. Let's have a farty party, shall we? It's okay, it's new. So, because what connects us? We all fart together. See? Okay. And Joe Peacock's in the house. Okay. I got Space 1999, the entire series here on my computer. I was working my way through them. The app. I know it's all moon and all of that, guys. I'm aware of that. The moon's probably projection. I'm aware of all that. But nah. Okay, Gareth Jones knows the truth. Could it be a lie? It's just an illusion. See, this is what the difference is I just don't know why. My son brought this to my attention a few days ago. He said, do you realize you keep breaking out into song all the time? Like the world is like your reality is a musical. So I hadn't noticed until you brought it to my attention, but I guess so. Yeah. I always wanted like backing singers, like free black backing singer women that sing, like follow behind me and sing. Yeah. Do what we're doing. Be like, yeah, that'd be really fucking lovely. And they follow me like literally everywhere. So what's happening, Ryan? Staying safe in the world of crazy people? It's okay. It's all good. So, like, because when it's crazy, you just got to be a little crazier, and then everything's doozies. So, Lisa's in the house. New World Order. I'm Flat Earth British, Martin Leaker, and I am sponsored by Martin Leaker. Here he is, yeah. Water that tree. We are under an insane fog of Christmas. Oh, let them all carry on. They got New Year, yeah? Imagine all of the shit that they will manifest over Christmas. So there's all of the drinking. So there's all the, I didn't mean to snoggle, love. I didn't know what I was doing. That would be all of the cocaine and snake bites that did that, love. Sorry, love. So there's all that. She doesn't speak to you ever again because she probably thinks more went on than just that cheeky snog with that fat blonde girl outside the nightclub, which is going to happen. Okay. The whole world could go to shit. You could have an unfortunate fight at New Year's Eve. Some weirdo grab your girlfriend's bum. And there you go. Again, yeah. Fucking I identify as a man that's going to beat you to death. Okay. For doing that. Do you see how it all just like spirals out of a world of shit over shit to what? Happy New fucking Year. Jesus. I've cried into New Year many, many, many times. Many times. I have. It's like cried into my beer, cried into my vomit. She don't love me. She's gone off with fucking Sharky. Ah. It happens, guys. I'm over it, as you can see. So, Jackie, what are you saying? There are a lot of couples around here that leave giant skeletons out in the yard all year. No, we got that. Everyone's got that. Everyone's got the old leave your fucking Halloween stuff out. Halloween's more popular than Christmas, isn't it, really? Crying drunk. It's just not. I like to listen to music when I'm drunk. Put headphones on. Headphones best thing. Watch a live concert. Yeah, last Christmas I gave you my hammer. It is very fucking miserable. See, to me, I see it as like actually pitiful. It's like really, really pitiful. It's like smelly stuff. It's like look at my tree. Doesn't it look lovely? Yeah. Some people have little masks on it and all of that. Yeah, I'd have spliffs on mine if I had a tree, but I wouldn't have a tree because it's Satanism. Okay. Yeah, you know what they're doing with that tree, don't you? I'm not going to tell you. But yeah, I don't bother myself. I have pretty fairy lights all year fucking around me. Keep this place psychedelic, guys. So what's happening, Corinne? I love music when I'm drinking. Yeah, I like to have a fantasy about doing karaoke really, really well. Because in real life, as you know, following my channel, I'm pretty atrocious. But it's all about it's all about making the effort, isn't it? Even though I sound like a cat's choir. I get really excited. That's what it is. If I calmed it down, I reckon I could pull it off brilliantly. Yeah, I do. I want to sing Blackwater, Creedence, Doobie Brothers, Blackwater. I fucking love that song. I love violin and that sort of southern flavor to anything. Oh, that's just me. So yeah, check my website out. There I am. Let me get into this. Oh yeah. Oh, I love the sax as well. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah. That's what they do. That's how they get you in the feelies. They use it in Hollywood as well with instrumental backgrounds. It's like the couple are just going to start having a kissy, isn't it? In the movie. So they come out with some sexy saxophone music. Get you in the mood. So see what they do? They use music to, Barry White. Yeah. Listen, Barry White bumped up the population of Earth by at least 1 billion, didn't he? Or 500 million. Yeah, Barry White. See what they do to us, guys? They got it. The music industry used to have us like that, dangling. Yeah. Waiting on the next song. Now, I couldn't even tell you anything about anything in the world. I couldn't tell you any musical artist. Boy Once, I know her, and that's about it. I couldn't tell you any football players, any tennis players, any fucking anything about anything. I couldn't tell you. That's how remote I am from society. It's crazy. Anyway. So we got 356. Are you ready to learn something? So let me know. Have you heard about the Welsh Tesla? Well, you've heard about Nikolai Tesla. It comes out a year old, haven't you? Yeah, so what evidence? Got any videos of Nikolai Tesla? Nah. There he is as young fucking Prince Dracula, isn't it? Yeah, inventing everything. And then he gets taken out and there's all sinister stories. His shit's burned, his shit's nicked, all of this. You know the story, guys. Well, there's parallels with this guy as well, because some of his stuff went missing. And also, they said that he was a bit of a crazy scientist and a kook, even though he invented a load of this groovy stuff, which you're not even going to believe. So the super scientist you've never heard of, okay, Harry Grindell Mathews, who is one of my lot. So he's if you imagine the mad professor with the crazy glasses and all of that in the lab, and he had a secret lab as well. I reckon it's still there in Clydach in Wales. I reckon it's still there, that secret lab. Definitely worth. So I'll tell you what I think is going on along the way. It's really interesting that he, in the 1920s, was doing experiments in free energy, in death rays, and in electromagnetic technology. So what I'm presuming, and I will show you in a load of pictures along the way, is that the Americans and the Europeans, the French maybe, yes, had Fache's technologies. And I don't know if the British actually did, which is why no British cities got incinerated in the 1800s, and the American cities did from air balloons, I think, which is all in this narrative because he also used air balloons. So yeah, what he's testing here is he invented a death ray, okay, and got the nickname of Dr. Death in the 1930s. He got a bit of a reputation in the newspaper, tells death power of diabolical rays. Now, what I find super interesting is the list of inventions that Mr. Mathews has invented that you use in modern day. Yet I honestly didn't really know too much about him. I've heard him, but I didn't really research him until this week. Dr. Death Ray. Death Ray discovered. So what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about a Fache's technologies. We're talking about an electromagnetic disintegrator. We are talking about a direct energy weapon, which I've suggested is being used all the while. And the British were 100% doing experiments with this technology in the early part of the 20th century. The Welsh Tesla, Harry Mathews. So on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve, he did an experiment in Hampstead Heath where he demonstrated his Sky Projector. Considered one of the greatest inventors, this guy was, of the 1900s. So he lived in seclusion in Clydach, as I said, in the Welsh mountains, and he had a secret lab for the British government giving him money for, and he came up with inventions. Now, the British government did turn on him in the end, and he'd been dismissed as a crank and a fraudster, even though he had been cited for making a death ray, the world's first mobile phone. So he was working with wireless technologies. He made the first film sound synchronization machine that gave movies sound, was his invention. Wireless communication with planes in flight. So because of Mathews, you can talk to a plane while it's in flight. Automatic pilot that all planes use in the modern day was invented by Mathews. Submarine detection. Submarine detection also attributed to Mathews. And aerial mines that were used a lot in the 20th century. But what is most interesting to me is sky projection. So there's his death ray, and there's a lot of information. There's just some photographs, one or two of his experiments. Grindell Mathews' death ray, the amazing discovery of the age. So what could they say that he could do with his death ray? Okay, in the early experiments, they said that he could stop a motorbike engine from 200 yards. He used focused electrical energy, but this was the problem with the beam, was retaining enough energy. Now, he used xenon batteries, which had an amazing amount of power. You know that they used them in the moonlights that they were using in cities in America in the past. They're powerful, and they give off a lot of energy. But he needed more energy. Is always the case with these inventions, is a lack of energy. Anyway, so what did he invent the Sky Projector for? So it was claimed that he could project in the sky, dig this, shapes like UFOs, shapes, signals, like the bat signal or FEB, or whatever. So he thought that they could be used for long-range visual communications intended for mass communication, possibly even advertising, possibly public service announcements, emergency warnings, military signaling, and morale boosting displays in the sky. So they were talking about having, basically conquering of the skies and projecting whatever they wanted. As you can see, there's enough evidence, enough information out there about this top secret experiment in the death ray. There he is, the secret light of Harry Grindell. So he does look a bit like Dr. Death, especially with them dark glasses on. So there has been books written about him. This is an illustration showing the Sky Projector. So interesting that, you don't hear any citations of Tesla inventing any said Sky Projector, do you? Anyway, the Sky Projector was a high intensity lamp using xenon with an X. He used an optical focus system to shape the light. So it is about focus, and he used rotating slides to create the images that he was necessary. So I'm guessing this will look quite holographic up in the sky. And he used scattered clouds and clouds as a screen. So I'm not sure if it would work on a blue sky, but they can create rain anyway, so it doesn't matter. So there you can see schematics for said Sky Projector. So yeah, Bluebeam before Operation Bluebeam. So the death ray was as early as the 1920s. There is evidence, okay, that it was used to disable engines, ignite remotely gunpowder from a distance. Interesting. Kill if weaponized, a human being, okay, or living beings without any physical contact is what he could do with the death ray. So interesting that they had that in the early 20s. So to me, again, the Germans had fascist technologies in the First World War. I think if they were using them in 1914 and 1915, the Germans, then they certainly had them in the Victorian era, and they've been fired from balloons, and they were destroying American cities. The British cities didn't get destroyed in the same way. For some reason, some obscure reason, I don't know what it is, I don't think the British had that sort of technology in the early 20th century. And after the appearance of the fasces in the First World War by the Germans, because they were really anxious, as I've explained before, to shoot down one of these zapping death ray zeppelins in World War II. Yeah, they were anxious to grab one to find out what technology was running these. But obviously they didn't get hold of one, and I don't think they got hold of the technology, because after the First World War, obviously we didn't invade Germany and ruled them. Okay, Germany stayed Germany after the First World War. That was World War II when we went in. So yeah, you can see some of these projection apparatus. So they did a secret lab in the Welsh Mountains as well, which I find super interesting. I'd love to go and find that lab if it was still there. And they made a movie as well, which is more than you can say for Tesla, isn't it? And there is a photograph of said death ray Sky Projector, this case, that was used in Christmas Eve in 1952. Interesting, eh? So anyway, what he used, how it worked. Okay, how it worked, excuse me. So how it worked was, as I said, he used high frequency radio waves. It used microwaves, okay, like the fasces. Focused electrical energy, okay, just like the fasces. And he had claimed to stop machinery from a distance, and his main interest was energy-free free energy, and electromagnetic technologies, and his research in direct energy weapons, hence the death ray that he probably did produce. So let's have a little look. So there's the projection. So yeah, it's been well documented. This Grindell. I haven't seen the movie. I'm probably worth getting if I could find it. Look at him. He does look every bit the crazy scientist, doesn't he? The crazy Welsh scientist, Dr. Deathray. That's what they named him. So yeah, so they had it, the Germans, in at least 1915, when you can see these death rays coming from Fasces. Zeppelins, because a Zeppelin is just a big Fasces, isn't it? Look at it. Looks like a Fasces. Electromagnetic energy. And as I said before, I think that it was all free energy before 1900. And Tesla is their man. And it's funny, like I said, they keep Mathews out of the narrative when he's cited for inventing all of them fantastic inventions. And then America, as you know, 1800s, early 1900s. This is just one example. 10,000 buildings burnt in Chicago fire, which is repeated in most American cities. Pretty biblical. Done from a high energy weapon which turns solid stone into bricklets from above, which is why everything falls in its footprint. Okay, and all the roads are clear, because it's been taken out from above and not a blast that way or that way, which is why the debris is not in the streets, because everything's falling in its footprint, which is weird, which is why you know the heat's coming from above. Evidence in San Francisco, the call center caught light from above whenever the city was on fire, apparently. So how that happened, it came from above. So yeah, this is a Zeppelin that did get shot down. It didn't have that technology, obviously, because they wouldn't have gone through or telling us about all of that effort to get that technology together in the 1920s after this occasion. So as we know, these powerful weaponed Fasces machines were floating around the air, docking in cities, and causing devastation. I think the same technology was utilized in the modern day, is used in the modern day, as I'm sure you know, with things like this, where trees and wires and poles are impervious to these firestorms, but everything else, physical matter, is disintegrated. Let me know what you think in comments. Turn to dust, I am curious. So yeah, so how many of you? Press 1 if you're familiar with the British Tesla, Harry Mathews. Press 1 if you're familiar with Harry Mathews and all of his inventions. Press 1 in chat if you knew about him. Because you knew about him, David Sampson. Okay, well, you would? That's fine, Zeppelin. Okay, we're going to some more pictures of antiquity that we're going to roll through. 440 of you. 2, 0, Aya Princess, Nanu, no, Machiavelli, no Scott. It's curious, and there's so much information on these really, super interesting death rays and Sky Projectors. They're literally telling us that, they were doing Operation Bluebeam in Britain before the Americans had Operation Bluebeam. Interesting. So imagine that they got that technology into the modern day, what they're capable of. You've seen the Chinese with their crazy drones and them holograms, and they can have giant, Attack of the 50-foot woman. You wouldn't even know the difference. You think, oh my God, it's a 50-foot woman, which is fantastic, by the way. I wouldn't mind that. An Armageddon of Attack of 50-foot women. It'd be fantastic. Stay low, innit? Keep out of the way. These come up this week in Facebook. I think I got them from a Totarian website, and they are fantastic. And I haven't seen them before, of Washington, D.C., right around the 1900 mark. And it is fantastic. Washington, D.C., before the empire, the evil empire, took control with the Federal Reserve and all the rest of the weirdness that's happened in this world since. You know, in the golden age of Tartaria, we didn't have these fake ideals. Everyone was just kind and caring and looking after one another. And that would include the governments. They cared for their people. Yeah, the sheriff looked after the people in the town, you know, usually the hardest, most sensible man in the town. We didn't need any. If there was such things as aliens and they were looking in on the world and we go, oh my God, so what is happening? You've got these people that walk around and they live here and work all day. And then these people in blue uniforms who hassle them and beat the shit out of them if they don't do what they're told. Oh, isn't that a weird reality? Are they being oppressed in any way? Do you think so? In the golden age of Tartaria, humans, us, yeah, we were producing stuff like this. The interiors of the buildings in Washington are absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at this dome. And it's got what looks like an oculus. Italy, Germany, Spain. What's that? Middle Ages, Islam, Rome, Judea, Greece, Egypt, America, France, England. Great. Wales is never included. So yeah, this is the interior magnificent gallery of the Library of Congress. So yeah, they're building stuff like this in America in the 1800s. They just had a crazy civil war. So all them hundreds of thousands of men involved. Yeah, and all of that death and destruction. Yeah, but apparently they still had the money to build all this glorious stuff with all of the Phoenician decoration, by the way. This is amazing. Look at this. You know, I've already posted that I think all of this was here already. Apparently the dome bit was replaced, you know, in the reign of Abraham Lincoln. The top bit was replaced. The rest, I think, is weathered and old in that picture. They say that the top bit always needs replacing and bits like damage because it's only 1800s. But the stuff that they use, you know, this stuff never needs restoration. That old. But it's, you know, it's just crazy to me, guys. When you're in British cities, right, you see all of these old world, what they call Victorian buildings. Yeah, magnificent buildings in all of the British cities. All of them are boarded up. All of the old beautiful churches as well, boarded up. Yeah. And like, you got to wonder, well, why wouldn't they invest the money in bringing these beautiful items back? They're not doing that at all. So these buildings are not being demolished in a lot of cases. They're just being kept boarded up. That includes Cardiff as well. So when you look at what they produce in the modern day compared to these, it's like we have come so far away from what we were in the way of consciousness. Slipping is unbelievable. But it's not us building them, are we? We're not the architects of this modern world, are we? Not really. It's them lot, isn't it? Because they got this little system going where this is how it works. So if you are born into, you know, a reasonably well-off family, you're going to go to a nice school. And if you toe the line and do as you're told and prove yourself to be a good little subject, basically, you know, a SWAT, tell on your friends and be one of us. We're watching everything you do. And eventually they go to college and they've been spotted. You've got one or two talents. And you're a little snitch too. We like you. Do you want to work for us? You're like, jolly good. Do you want to be a lead singer in a rock band? It's like, yeah, okay, but I'm an engineer. Doesn't matter. So they spot these people because they are easy, sort of malleable, and they mold them into their weird way. And then they do their beckoning. Sounds shit to me. I enjoy my Martiness, if I'm honest with you. They've been a battle with Martiness since I can remember. But it still goes on. So yeah, Washington had little blocks of flats. Is that a 1, 2, 3-story block of flats? A big broad avenue. So yeah, beautiful city. But as you know, it's all they put the architect laid it out in the shape of an owl and other Masonic symbols. So there's Jesus. They had a little nativity thing going on this Christmas. That's what it's all about, isn't it? So yeah. And that's what it used to be about anyway. Like I said, when we were in school, they used to make us sing hymns and stuff. And it was all very sweet, actually, if you think back. I can remember seeing the teachers, little tears come into their eyes. Oh, look at all the cute little Welsh kids. They sound fabulous. And I guess we did. Sweet little kids all singing little Welsh accents. You know, morning has broken. That looks like the phoenix poking his head through the fireplace. And in the fireplace, over the fireplace, is a beautiful painting, which, if there was a fire in there, would be completely annihilated. I thought it was a Greek urn. Do you know what a Greek urn? Do you know what a Greek urn's? About 20 quid a week. Okay, that's a bad joke, man. Dad jokes are no good, but that's all I'm up to these days is dad jokes. Hugh as well. Hugh's only up to dad jokes. I got a list of jokes, but I had to go through them and because I don't know if they're YouTube permissible. So there they are in their morning suits, miserable as shit. Look at them, all dressed in black. What are they mourning? It's boiling bleeding hot. But look at the Capitol building. And even up on the top, you got them Phoenician. Wow. You sure Russia and America are not the same country? Because you've got the same stuff in your architecture. Especially these two here holding up the pillars, which look identical to the ones outside the Hermitage Museum, which is in St. Petersburg. Really crazy. I think America and Russia have been friends, best buddies all along, actually. They just played the Cold War to keep humanity down and shit in itself. And there's a lot of money to be made in war. It's great for business. Keep all of this, duck and cover business. Keep everyone petrified. Play all the children in school nuclear bomb movies and tell them to get under their kitchen table. And then have the Cuban Missile Crisis where everyone in the world literally thought they were going to be nuclear annihilated the next day. Fucking ridiculous. But anyway, it did a good job because it kept everyone in scare mode, including moi, because I was actually scared of nuclear bombs. Planning my nuclear escape to the 2-mile tunnel, only to come up and find a race of cannibals had taken over. Gay cannibals. Oh, it's horrible, guys. Where sex and violence are the new gods. So, yeah. I think the balance of good people it outweighs, and because our power is spiritually stronger than bad people, and we will always prevail, because that's the way that this balance is. If you don't know what that is, it's the Capitol building before they put the dome on and the extensions. It had a yellow-ish dome, which I think is probably oxidized and copper. But yeah, so the dome was changed, the building, I don't think was. And this thing here can't go up here anymore because apparently it has an earthquake in Washington, D.C. and it cracked it, made it not safe anymore. Notice there's two little eyes, observation holes. The top they tipped off with aluminium because at the time aluminium was more expensive than gold to manufacture until it was aluminum, as I should say, widely produced alloys. So yeah, I think all I see when I remember when I see that is Martin Luther King doing his speech. I have a dream, with a bit of phlegm in the back of his throat to give it emotion. So everyone's like, "Oh my God, I'm spiritually moved." Like I have a dream speech. Amazing what a bit of phlegm will do, guys. And Forrest Gump. Yeah, I know Tom Hanks is a total tosspot. Put that aside, you got to admit, yeah, the Forrest Gump is a fantastic film. Yeah, you've got to admit, it is fucking brilliant. I absolutely love Forrest Gump. And he had a thing there where, that poor girl he was going out with, he run through the water, splashy, splashy. So yeah, what a brilliant film. Oh, fucking hell. Same usage of tosser. So yeah, what's happening around the monument? Well, there's farms. There's not much going on, but it's a giant monument. And I think it's on an ancient plinth. I have pictures of said ancient plinth. So 1909, it's not too developed. It is the capital. As you can see, Washington itself is not exactly America. It is The District of Columbia. Why did they call it the District of Columbia? Anyway. Look at that red bricker. This is not in Washington. These are exhibits of of post offices. Now, I think that after a reset, the first place you're going to go to, Revalier, is a post office, okay? Because they're too bloody big. That's the Chicago main post office. They're too bloody big to go posting a stinky little letter, which is made out of paper. You need this big, massive building to post your stinky little letter, a stinky little stamp on it. But look, it's all mud flooded, isn't it? Cool. Well, it's got all sorts of stuff going on up there. I wonder what that is. So yeah, it's called a post office because it's where you go post reset to, like I said, Revalier. Send you off to a street. It's been cleaned up. Have a house, move in. So nothing outside except for shit, but they got, that's weird, isn't it? They got like paviers on the sidewalk. They got a walkway to go over the open ditch onto the muddy road. And all of that architecture, which got taken there by, they say, these horse and carts, the materials. Serious lack of people as well. Look at that place. Yeah, to go and post a stinky letter, my ass. And they're all mud flooders. Look at the size of this. Massive doors. For giants. Yeah, attacking a 50-foot woman. I hope they project that. No, you know, because people, like at the moment, as you know, they're just going to believe anything on social media, aren't they? It's just the way the world is at the moment. So if they did say that aliens had showed themselves over, well, probably not LA, because people will just say, well, they're all on drugs, so they won't get away with that. Somewhere like, I would say Johannesburg, but they've already got the movie District 9, so that wouldn't work. Another major capital. So here's a Phoenician Washington doing the Baphomet pose. Why is he doing that? He's doing Smell My Finger as well. And he's got a mini-me, or homunculus. Wonder if they all had homunculuses. So North Carolina's day out, they got on the Sharrow Bank and went off to visit the Washington, D.C. on a school trip. They could be Virginians, which is just over the way from Washington, isn't it? Excuse me. So, yeah. Spooky. Everyone we see in these pictures is stone cold dead. And all the buildings, we don't even know who built them. We don't know who built them. Look at this for a fantastic picture. Capitol and fountain. So let's check out the Washington ladies. What they doing? What they doing? Dressed in black, that one. God, they got these long bleeding dresses on. 16 layers of petticoats. They got nice fountains, so cool you down. And look at the Phoenician stuff going on the lamppost. Yeah, not too bad, is it? So, yeah, okay. So, it's not America, it's Washington, D.C. London is the city of London. And the laws and everything is this entity that is not the government, but nobody seems to know they are. There's a lot of finger pointing, but I think it's too easy to just point at one race or another. I think it's more clandestine than that. But I do feel that they're showing their colours. So is the nature of a reset, is they show who they are. And they are definitely involved in the church. And the stinky attitude about life, the whole thing. Don't like them. So yeah, I don't think the world is going to spiral out into, you know, just pure anarchy and everyone just lose their morality unless the food goes to shit. That's the only time people will become unpleasant, is when they get hungry. Just remember, you don't need food. You could stop eating for quite some time, maybe a couple of months, 3 months. It would actually benefit you until actual malnutrition starts sinking in after a few month period. So it's just water you need. So that's just a fallacy as well. And I really do think that as well, going back to what I was talking about at the beginning, food, it's the food that kills us. It's the food that makes us ill, and it always has been. All of these, God knows what, these things and all of the different chemicals that are untested. They're just buying food, bulk it out. We eat it en masse, not really just trusting that everything will be okay, because we trust our food sources, even though you should never trust the enemy with your food source. That's rule number one, I think, is never trust your enemy with your food. And you know, all they just try to affect the vibration around it, so the frequencies change. You know, if you get a potato straight out of the ground, guys, and put it straight into pot and have it straight out of the ground, you'll feel fantastic just eating them potatoes, just fresh out of the ground. Tomatoes straight out of the tree, strawberries straight out of the ground. Do you know, they make you feel better be nice. Look at these Phoenicians. I definitely think shapeshifters are a thing, as nutty as it sounds. I think that they come up from the water and eventually manifest into human beings. And where are they now? So the house in which Lincoln died after he got shot in Ford's Theatre, they took him here, a little mud flooder, and he groaned for a couple of days and thought, well, that was a load of shit. And then he died. Something weird about all of that. It's another psyop as well, as we know. It's just narrative. Suffragettes. Suffragette. That's funny. 1913. Equal rights for women, because apparently I think that in the golden age of Tartaria you would have had women sages, women soothsayers, women mystics, women priests, if you like, that would be the wise women of the village, of the town that you would go to, and this modern way of, like, the way people treat fucking women didn't exist, and vice versa, because feminism's like, you know, fucking all men are horrible and all men are twats and bastards isn't true. They're not. I'll give it to you, a lot of them are, but again, that's just identities, fake identities, and social engineering. They don't forgive them. They know not what they do, because they're just going on instincts and they're going on survival mechanism. Ugh, woman, mine, ugh. Yeah, that's men's instinct. Rip all of the intellect and the language back and get down to the nitty gritty. And that's what we're talking about, is survivalism in this place. Food, yeah, nookie, and food. Is there other things? Safety. So yeah, the interiors in Washington, where did they get all the money? Oil. War. The war machine earns a lot of money. Armaments. Factories of Philadelphia punching out all our metal. God, so much money. And again, another thing is money enslaves us, but money, as you know, for your currency, and the way money is just fake as shit. It's pathetic, all of it. Can't believe that entity of money, it's just a piece of paper in your hand, makes people do the weirdest things, most desperate things, just to survive because of that piece of paper. Again, that's them. So yeah, I see a time coming soon when there's going to be, and revolution is not going to work, guys. You know, have you not heard the Who record? I won't get fooled again. Yeah, fucking the one boss out, the new boss in. It's the same game over and over, guys. Yeah, it's just no. We don't need kings, we don't need rulers, and we do not need leaders, people to tell us how to live our lives. You could have wise people and elders who had experience in this place that can advise you on how to, you know, because you've got to make your own mistakes in this life, and you've got to have your own experiences, otherwise you're never going to learn. Imagine all them people are just stuck straight in the education system, guys. Yeah, so dragged away from them of earliest opportunity into the nursery, all them years in this education system with these weirdos, yeah, all with the fake identity, singing these songs. This is what you should identify as, yeah. Wow. And all fake, every bit of it. I'm wondering what I truly am, you know, what you shouldn't even identify. I strip that back. It's not even an ego thing. When people talk about ego death and all of that, I knew about that when I was fucking 20 years of age. I'm just saying that is not it. I'm saying about, I'm trying to put into words, finding another way of being, finding another way of thinking based on love. And it's not cliche to say compassionate, like, guys, because some people are twats, yeah. And the way I think about it is, yeah, well, let the dreaded hammer of karma sort it out. It's not about me. If people are going to be shitty, yeah, let them carry on. Unless they're going to get up in your space or in your family space, don't even bother with them. Or if they're fucking with your village, yeah. Otherwise, just let them carry on. Because what I've noticed, and I've been here a long time, and I am a pattern recognition expert after all, is that bad people always come unstuck. It might take a good few years, but I'm telling you what, when it does get there, it's always decidedly unpleasant. Try to warn them. It's like, oh, fucking hell, that's going to hurt you. Like, that's going to really, really hurt you later on in life. I'd rather not bother. I wouldn't anyway. It's just not in me. Any of you from Minneapolis? Another Phoenician city? Anything with the Palapolis, like Indianapolis or Minneapolis in this case? So yeah, let's have a look at Minneapolis from a sky view, as you can see. So we have just short of 500. Yes, she was born and raised Cypher. Oh, called that. And you was the first person I talked to today as well. Was Mozart and more? We did have the internet in the past. Funny you mentioned more. Morse code. Morse code is like Morse code. And it was the internet, the old world, guys. People were talking across the whole world, yeah, by Morse. Dot, 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 dash, dash, dot, 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 dash, dash. Morse swear words is a good game as well. B-U-M. In Morse is a good game. Okay. Okay, somebody's bugging you. Sig, tell him Marticus is on. Tell him to come and sit down and watch Marticus. We're having a love-in. Tell him it's going to be groovy. Tell them they're going to feel all warm and fluffy inside afterwards, and they won't even know what it is. Yeah, introduce them to the love vibe. Anyway, look at the government post office again. The biggest buildings they allocate after a reset. But then you would need to, you know, deal with a lot of new people, the arrivals coming in, and what better places than the biggest buildings in town? Look at that courthouse. Excuse me. Can't do anything on hallucinations of sativa bear, says Singy Baby. See Singy Baby. And Dragon Sage is in the house. Okay, so yeah, to me, that looks like it's building sticking up out the ground. I mean, the top of a building. And that these doors, these three massive doors, just the tops of doors, and that this building is infinitely lower because it's disproportionate and top heavy, you see, the whole thing. And they always are. If this building was down by here, it would make a lot more sense. And these are all mud flooded in and older world buildings. Every single American town has a courthouse bang in its center, doesn't it? And they all these big old Tatarian buildings that look like this. Minneapolis Public Library. Whew. I'm not being funny, right? These are from like 1800s. It's they solar panels. Well, they do really, really look like solar panels, guys, don't they? That's curious. These are Victorian photographs, and they've got solar panels on their roofs. Be excellent to each other. If I was there, I'd give you all a hug, a warm, Marticus hug. So I'll just do that with my mind. I'm mind hugging you guys, okay? Mind hugging you from Wales right now. Mind coaching you. Fuck, look at the size of that thing. Whew. Chamber of Commerce. Blech. Wow. Unbelievable. We've got a lot of these little Greco-Romano efforts everywhere in Minneapolis. So yeah, the cities of America are distinctively older, aren't they? There's a clock missing from the tower, the lower windows again, and this red granite material. Oh, that's big. And castles. Yeah, schools that look like castles, and armories that look like castles. New York's got them, and Minneapolis. Look at that. Hostelry. Wow, what a building, man. Wow. Built that with horse and carts, guys. Imagine the size in the interior if the outside is that big. You know, how big that block is. You know, the world population wasn't even all that back then. Yet they're built in for like what looks like trillions of people. The reason is these buildings were left over from the previous world. They even look like they're from the previous world. And then there was a lot of people that are not here now. So yeah, these buildings have got like fleur-de-lis type things, but this ivy is right the way up there, but not along that to grow. Bottom half in that beautiful red granite and a lower window there. Really old. Not too many people around in Minneapolis. Oh, fire hydrants. I didn't notice. I haven't seen any. But it's vanilla skies again, guys. Vanilla skies. Whoa, look at that. It's at the railway station. That's beautiful. Must have been beautiful in America in the past. Not that it's not now. I'm just saying that they had a lot of beautiful decoration like that. But that's got Antiquitech on it. So a little look-see. So I'm not sure if Indianapolis suffered an American city fire, but I bet you that it did, because they all did. There's the newspaper that comes up with whatever you write in there is what the people will believe. Whoa. That's a chunk, isn't it? You know, this is like supposed to be from like the late Victorian era, and they got these things that are this big. Look at that. Whoa. I bet that's still there because it'd be too much effort to take it down. And you notice the bottom's got this red granite bit, yeah, and it's like goes into this style. I think it's because they knew about resets and the people made flood prevention. So there's a nice little Moorish feel on the onion dome, a twisted onion dome with a Russian type resonator on top. That would be at home in Kiev. There it is in Minneapolis, the Moorish influence. Odd that, isn't it? A lot of con and con as well. Commission row. Wow, it's not exactly the Wild West, is it? With them big bleeding stone buildings. Wow, I wish I could time travel. I always say that, but I really, really do. Maybe the time cops will give me permission. I'll behave, I promise. Yeah, just a look. To walk around. But I want to have a wallet full of cash. Thousands in old money, that's what I need to invest in future products. And not, oh wow, more Moorish influence. Massive onion dome on that thing. And that is like a pyramidical one. Wow, that's really big. Second story canopy thing there. Boy. Whoa. That looks so grim, that does. I don't know why. It just looks really grim, grey and grotty. It's a photo of Armageddon, probably. Yeah, copper domes. You still get a lot of copper domes. Look at the road. It's 10 types of fucked. You've got this beautiful skyscraper, massive, and it's all mud and shit outside. How did they get the materials there? just makes no sense. The infrastructure's not there. So it looks like Minneapolis City Hall, or whatever that is on fire. So I think I called that. The Minnesota State Fairgrounds. Ooh. Yeah, these things used to go state to state, and they used to be massive and hundreds of thousands of people. You know, outside of the Great Exposition, state fairs, man, fairgrounds, and the Freaks tent, bearded lady. Ooh. Freaks. Yeah, that again looks like it's the top of a building, doesn't it? It really does to me, anyway. Just looks like completely top heavy. All the gear is up there. Wow. Yeah, so Minneapolis. Wow. It must be one of the most totalitarian. It's like Portland, Oregon. It's like one of the most totalitarian cities you can see. I'm guessing all the Midwest cities are like this. So look at it. Just bonkers. Cincinnati is like this as well. Just bonkers. So passenger depots and railway bridge. Okay. And passenger depots. Din-in-in, din-in-in, din-in-in. I am the passenger. So yeah, I was reading the other day about Iggy Pop and his drug addiction, how David Bowie took him to Berlin and got him away from heroin and got him to make music again. So it's quite an interesting story of rock stars looking out for one another. What the fuck is wrong in front of this building? Can anyone see that? What? Right, you've got this massive, massive building, and outside of it is... I don't know what them dudes are doing. What's this say on that nasty ass wagon? Ambulance. It's a hospital, okay. So yeah, okay, it's just like a little cliff. Not weird. If you was a patient coming out of the hospital, you just walk across there and you fall off there and you're back in hospital again. Maybe they could deliver patients by balloon. That would make sense. So yeah, so we talk about mental illness. So if you do watch auditing videos or these streets, people walking around streets, you will see that mental illness is prevalent. I mean, everyone's really nuts. They're in different cults and they're talking bollocks if they can talk at all. And I can't even believe how bad it is for these mental illnesses. Now, people were nuts in the past. I can guarantee that, right? People were nuts in the 60s, I remember. But it was a different, more innocent sort of nutty. The nutty now is a more magnified, nutty. It is really nutty. So everyone can feel, as it comes up to 2026, the pressure building. Okay, now the whole world is in flux. America got the same problems, even though, you know, with the left wing and the right wing of the Europe has. But at the moment in Britain, you know, it's only the cold weather that's keeping the peace. It is absolutely perishing here, bitterly cold in Britain, horrible. Which is what's keeping the peace. But that's not going to be the case in a couple of months' time. People have had a fucking guts full. They've been programmed by the media to turn on one another, and they're doing it. And everyone has forgotten how to be kind to one another. Everyone seems to have forgotten that charity begins at home. We should look out for our own first, instead of worrying about what others are doing. And God knows who gives a fuck where. Really. Anyway, these are lovely photographs. We're going to have a look at some more of these. And then I'm going to come back and have a chat with you all and see what's happening with you all. So, yeah, the words of the Queen's song, Under Pressure, fit the time perfectly. You know, puts people on the streets, and it does. And the pressure of just existence and the pressure of just surviving gets to some people. some people lose their shit completely and go insane. Other people just get into crazy mode and think, well, fuck it, like probably myself. And other people will just sit and wait in God's waiting room to die. And they will just think, well, if the shit fits, wear it and just put up with it. Nah, man, fucking hell, I couldn't do that. Can't just sit there and think, like, not on my watch anyway, all this shit comes down on humanity when it's blaringly obvious what is going on, and the people just need to be shown. That's what it is. So Barcelona, or as continental people say, Barcelona in Spain, is fantastic. Check this out. This building's taken a bit of a damage, and I don't know if it's in the Spanish Civil War, because these are pretty early, these photos, so I think not. They were pretty fascist up until the 1970s, the Spaniards. Tin on sixpence, these are. Very volatile. Britain now is a banana republic. Yeah, it is. Well, it's third world. It used to be a posh place. Britain used to be posh as fuck. A lot of it. No, not now. Look at this for a fantastic picture. So they got a crane to bring that in. Everyone's watching. If you dropped it on all the people, that'd be a bit of a mess, wouldn't it? So what? It's a lady, a religious lady. Is it Mary? It's weird religion. I'm wondering if there's like something like with nuns and all that. It's like a marrying Jesus. It's like, well, you know, Jesus is a dude that only wears like a loincloth. He's like proper naked. It's like, is there anything going on with that? It's like, yes, I'm married to engaged to marry him, the spirit of him. Okay. And then you get other religions as well, where they talk about, you know, these spiritual entities. And it's the same with like the, you know, the Abrahamic religions and other religions. Like, oh yeah, Mother Mary, man. It's like, I love her. It's like, yeah, she's like a hot chick, and she's like, yeah, she's Harry Mary, man. I want to be visited by the spirit of Harry Mary. It's like, is all of this actually sexual? I'm not sure. I think it might be, you know, underlying. It's like we just pretend and then we'll summon up their sexy spirits. Okay. Knock yourself out, guys. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. I may be wrong, but highly doubtful. Okay, is that Franco on the stamp there? No, Correos. Don't know who he is. I've got a lot of postcards, hundreds and hundreds of postcards, because I used to buy them when I was in the merch, and my father used to send them from his visits, and I used to just get hold of packs. They'd be worth going through, but it'll all be like reading postcards of memories and stuff, and evoking feelings. Feelings is missing this, and I'll be missing that, and I'll be fucking hell. Nah, man. The best way to ride is in the moment, man. Be excited for what's to come. And think, well, the world's full of opportunity. Opportunity comes knocking. Grab that bitch, kiss it. Grab it with both hands. These two towers, they look like the ones in, or one of them, they look like the ones you can see in Venice. St. Marcos, same style. Wow, that's fantastic. I'd like to go to Barcelona, but I would really like to go to Poland. Yeah, Poland is fantastic. They got this really groovy prime minister. All right, they need to sort out their cannabis legitimacy laws, but that's coming. Look at Trumpsky. Look at God Trumpsky. He's one step closer. So yeah. I can't remember what I was on about. These roads are super duper long, and all of the buildings have been put in blocks. It's just, how did they even do that in the ancient world, if it was? So yeah, just to talk about magnets a minute, I was discussing where does the magnetism comes from in magnets, because that's the whole thing about free energy, isn't it? Look at these blocks, though. Just sorry to switch back and forth. Bonkers, isn't it? Just perfect measurements as well to the circuit board city. Yes, circuit board city. So yeah, magnets, how they get a magnetism. Well, Lawrence Masson said that they used to bury lodestones in the past so that they would get struck by lightning, and the lightning would infuse it with magnetics. So all of these magnets at some stage would have had to have some sort of plasma hit them. So I was thinking, whoa, so is there a mechanism where you could just use lightning to soup something up and then it would become a natural generator for absorbing electricity from the atmosphere? I was like, well, yeah, you need a catalyst. So yeah, even though you see a lot of the, what they say, lightning conductors on Antiquitech domes like this, yeah, but that would be a catalyst that would start the reaction, which makes perfect sense actually to me now. So yeah, look at that, how black that is, all black and skanky. So yeah, so the world's going to be weird as fuck in the future, as you know, because it's got like deeply crazy. This has got to be the most bonkers, the most bonkers year ever for a lot of people. And we've had a lot of bonkers years. We just had like the plague as well, didn't we? Another weirdness going down. So yeah, it's going to be bonkers, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to. The good thing is don't take no notice of what's on social media and get invested in it. So yeah, nice cannon. You can shoot the people if they're not fucking doing as they're told. Walk on the left, you bastard. And then fire at them. So yes, always control. Walk on the left, walk on the right. Do this, do that. Cue here, cue there. Look at that beauty. So yeah, well, I'm British, so I've learned how to queue, join a line, as you may say in America. So I was really, really bad at queuing and a bit of a line jumper, if I'm honest with you, as dishonest as that is. I ain't waiting around, fuck you all. But now, as I've got older, I can like literally occupy my mind while I'm in the queue. Yeah. Appreciate the fauna and the birds and other things. Not that you can in a supermarket, and everyone's grumpy as fuck. There's nothing to admire in a supermarket. Oh, and then you've got to go through the checkout. Yeah, I can't do them AI checkouts. That's too much for my Brian. Okay, so I go like old style, where there's a human being, and oh, the fuck, they got a face like a smacked ass. It's like I literally had an argument with a woman in Littles, right? I didn't mean to make her cry. She just started crying on me. Barcelona got staff for over the classification of a carrier bag. I said, "Could I buy a carrier bag?" She said, "We haven't got any." I said, "Well, what are these there?" She said, "Oh, they are lifetime bags." So I said, "It's not a carrier bag then." And then she started to shout. I said, "You really need to take control because you take the job too seriously, and you're only working in Littles." And then she started sobbing. I was like, "Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kill your world off. Pitiful you all are." But yeah, sometimes reality smacks you and says, "Look, you're working in Littles. You don't know what a carrier bag is. You can't classify a carrier bag. So you're probably stupid too." It's awful. It's not their fault, guys. Look, let's be loving. They're not stupid. Nobody is, right? They've gone through a dumbing down education system which makes people stupider. Okay? Don't think for yourself. Critical thought is bad. It's weird. You're a weirdo. Don't think other stuff other than what we tell you it is. Otherwise, you're weird. But you don't know what it is. Anything's on the table. I think you find we do know what it is. Evolution and the Big Bang and dinosaurs. Okay, that's going like overdose on Antiquitech, that one, isn't it? Bobbly and beautiful. What is it? It's bobbly and beautiful. Hi, Michael D'Angelo. I just caught up. Oh, good. Holistic Media's in house. Big happy India hug for Christmas. And US Reset, thanks for being here all this year. In fact, all of you, thanks, Vibes, and all of you for being here this year. A happy little throng. Love the Flat Earth British gang. Okay, another triumphal arch. Triumph over what exactly? Tataria, do you think? civilization that look groovy and lovely like this, and then got wiped off the face of the earth by some weirdigans. Look at it. Every single tree's about like months old. Just the buildings have been there in eon, and then they just new planting program. Okay, so look at this beauty. Looks very Germanic for Spain, but really beautiful. So yeah, Gaudi's got some crazy that, you know, the cathedral, the familiar, the underground going in. It's not deep, the underground in Spain then, is it? Whoosh, go to London underground, trip you right out that will, some part. Woof, super deep. You can just keep on walking down these lanes in the underground in London for like 10 minutes and never see a soul. Just tiled tunnels and never see a soul. And then you'll hear music and it'll be a busker playing Baker Street really fantastically. And then you get like, oh, it's really, really good. Wow, look at this for all the antiquitech in the world, all in one go. Excuse me. So you've got that middle bit with the knobbly bits. You've got the tower without a bell. It's got an aerial and don't know what, and a bell. So as you know, bells are a big part of this narrative we've been talking about for years. Barcelona. Yeah, beautiful. So I went to Spain this year, spent a month there. I did enjoy myself. The food was fantastic. The weather was out of this world. But then what it is, and I knew as well when I was there, it's like, yeah, this is all really good and well, but I've got to go back to fucking Britain. I don't mean to like neg it out or anything, but fuck me, you know. It's the third world, isn't it? I reckon they collect money in Somalia for Britain now. Collect money this Christmas. And we got, you know, long before the push to make high-speed internet available, Mr. Samuel Morse, like Morse, was a tap-tapper, and it would cause communication all around the world. Look at this. He's a Knight of Malta. He's got loads of medals for shit that is like he's done. That's what you get as well, right? So if you're one of them, oh yeah, this is interesting. I think he 3D printed shit. Well, Samuel Morse did invent a marble cutting machine that could carve three-dimensional sculptures in marble or stone. He was unable to obtain a patent for it. It existed in 1920. That's super interesting that he invented like a 3D printing process. So I think they existed for them Beninis. We've been talking about it for years. So a cafeteria in an exposition, the exposition in Paris, the giant elephant, ladies dancing and cavorting on stage. It is France, after all. The gentlemen are transfixed. The women are looking away. She's showing her knickers. Yeah. Good, isn't it? So, yeah, have you ever wondered what's at the bottom of the sea? Voyage to the bottom of the sea. A Quinn Martin production. This is what they say is at the bottom of the Pacific. Yeah. So when you get off the coast of California, there's a few islands going on, as you can see. All right. Is this big, expansive, thousands of miles long of what looks like nothing. Just lines, like just lines. They look really perpendicular and they look like completely horizontal, like they are man-made. And then they say that there's all of these mountains and the tops of them are Pacific islands. And then there is the ring of fire, the volcanic ring that goes all the way around the Pacific Rim. So I can't verify whether any of that, but apparently they scanned the seabed. So the San Andreas Trench would be over, Marianas Trench actually would be over by here, I think it's that. So yeah, it looks like man-made underneath. So Cameron and Kelly were talking about what's under the sea. They were going with the bottomless abyss idea. Who possibly knows? This place is supposed to be mostly water. I definitely think that there are things that we know nothing about in the depths, possibly even races of humanoids, namely the Phoenicians who came out of the water, which is why we're on maritime law. We're just on the dry bits, you see, guys. Yeah. So the Indian Ocean, it's got a bit of a mountain range in the middle, a few weird striations. Of course, it's not really such things as oceans. It's all just one big body of water, isn't it? Stick your toe in the Atlantic, you're sticking your toe in the Pacific because it connects by Cape Horn. So Australia's a weird one. Look at all of them trenches, deep abysses in the Pacific. You would fall away forever, like the film Abyss. And this is called the Great Abysmal Plain. Abysmal Plain. Are these pyramids? Well, when I did look into pyramids being Noah's Arks and I Googled it, I think it was something like 40,000 hits for underwater pyramids came up. Yeah, it looks like cities. Looks like streets, old network in this abysmal plain. It's hard to say what is anywhere because we can't verify this for ourselves. It was what is underneath the sea. But it is particularly strange topography for under the water, no doubt about that. Okay, back to images. So 500 New Year, this week's episode is a day after Boxing Day, Flat Day special of Flat Earth Britishness. I'm going to come back in a minute and chat to you all. And then on with the show. Okay, well, when they laid the broadband cables all over the world, vibes, they completely knackered our sidewalks, our pavements, and they're still messed up to the modern day. So, let's have a look at some of these beautiful Tatarian buildings. Everywhere in America, everywhere in Australia, all exactly the same. But look at all of the shit on top of that one. So yeah, that building got taken down and demolished in 1972. What's that say? Irrigation colonies. Beautiful old building. Top heavy again. Got them pots on top. I always thought that they were stupid because if there was any earthquake activity, then pots would fall off, kill somebody on the sidewalk. So, wow, what a beauty. So what I find, fascinating is, guys, all of the juices up here, the statues are all up here, but you'd never see them unless you were in a bloom or on higher ground. It's all the way along the bottom, the statues of Phoenician ladies. Look what's on the roof of this thing now. Phoenician lion, all the raw iron working. Them, which are windmills. What about the other knobbly bits? There's a lot going on there. Okay, let's move on. I'm just reading comments, guys, as I'm going. So yeah, I'll be hopefully back before the new year. I'm going to do some New Year's premonitions. I did some, but I don't think any of them. I actually think that it's what you think it's going to be, because everyone's got a different idea of what life is and got different consciousness. So just, as long as you're doing things with love and kindness. So yeah, this is a young Helen Mirren. Oh my God, I bet she had a lot of male attention when she was younger. Fantastic actress. I know I keep bringing her up, but she got weird sort of pointy breasts, though. It's really strange. So this is how it was in the past, was taking elixirs, drinks that made you high, and having a maiden in the meadow. And you were like like this guy's got, like, he's lit up because he's a high state of consciousness. Yeah, he's got a magic sword which throws laser beams, basically. So yeah, the religion bollocks and the Freemasons, they're all in it together, aren't they? I'm not saying anything negative about them. I'm sure it's all, in their world's happy. It's just from what my experience is they're not very nice and they're not kind. They're not. If they were kind, they'd open their churches for the homeless this Christmas when it's absolutely fucking freezing. And they won't do that. God, no, they won't. So in the past, they banned Christmas. And, like with Oliver Cromwell, he wasn't big into all them parties and Christmas cavorting as well. So, yeah, it's a satanic practice. So it's hereby actum verboten. And if you were offended and found celebrating this satanic ritual, you would be fined 5 shillings. Unfortunately, that got ignored in modern days, pushed all the more. They make everyone do Halloween, satanic, Christmas, satanic. It's all about, consumerism. It's like, I feel really good about myself. I gave money to charity this Christmas for the unfortunate people in this world. Oh, did you? Yeah, Save the Children Fund, UNICEF, and the Heart Foundation. Really? How long the Heart Foundation been going? 70 years. Haven't they got anywhere yet? No, actually. Where does all that money actually go? I don't actually know. So, it's just bullshit. I gave money to charity once, guys. Also other prostitutes. So, yeah, it's bollocks. Wouldn't do that. These would have been good. I definitely think pith helmets take the pith. But if you turn into a radio with amazing headphones, like I said, I was listening to music last night with my headphones on. I listened to Cooler Shaker live and Kasabian live. I very much enjoyed both of them. So there you are. The old Kasabian with Tom. If you don't know what I'm saying, don't even worry about it. See, if I had a little dog like that, that'd be me fucking done. I'd be finished. It's like I'm not doing anything anymore. Just going to be here and play my dog. Wolf. Or a crow. I wouldn't mind a crow or a budgie. Oh, parrots are fucking awesome, isn't they? I love them. They're so weird. They nibble your ears and they guess you, man. They guess you bad. And they dance and does stuff. I went to the circus once. Remember I told you the lion pissed on my sister? Chippendale Circus. And they had this guy, and he had these budgies that went on trapezes. He used to be on the telly. I can't remember his name. And I tell you what else I seen as well was the flea circus. There was a guy, kick his fingers, and fleas would jump on a trampoline, onto like a little trapeze, and then whee. I think the flea circus was a con because I didn't see any fleas, if I'm honest with you. I think that was a con, that flea circus. Now I'm thinking about it. I was believing that my entire life till now. Bastards. Anyway, live the illusion. It's all good, isn't it? So, experiments in the past year, playing with balls and electricity. Yeah. Make a load of wires, juggle them up, and let's see what comes out. Now he's reading Morse. Rude word Morse. He's getting some rude words coming in. Great it is. She's sending them. She's sending the rude words by Morse code. ... dash. So yeah, if the internet disappears, which is highly likely in the next year or two, everyone's going to get up and they'll be like, holy fuck, there's no internet. I never saved a shit ton of fucking movies, series, or dramas or documentaries on my hard drives. I got nothing to watch because there's no fucking telly anymore on internet. What am I going to do? And you will forget what you did before the internet came along as well. We did other stuff. Do you know what? Played cards, played Monopoly, played backgammon, played Murder in the Dark, played Twister in the Nude. All these fun games, all gone. Do you know why? All the fun stopped? The fucking internet. Anyway, it's all fun. So yeah, definitely Morse code would be where you want to go if it all goes tits up. I can learn Morse code and I can communicate with you all. I could do a flat a day Morse code show and you could just read it on papers by your Morse code machine. We could all still stay together. Flatbird British will go on in Armageddon. Do you like that? We've got to make these plans, guys. Times are changing. Okay. So yeah, cymatic pattern, church windows, as we all know, but also a tortoise exhibits a cymatic sound as well, which I never knew about. So yeah, that's really lovely. I love tortoises and turtles. They're freaking lush. Well, they're animals. All animals are lush, aren't they? You know, it's why people always ends up having animals when they're older. By the time they get to like, you know, middle age or whatever, they're like, oh, how can I get a dog? I'm done with them lot. Like, oh God. Everyone comes to the same conclusion. There are good people in you, but we're all struggling with the same thing. Do you know what it is? We can't talk to anybody. Our families don't understand, okay, because they watch the telly and the news. And if you try to tell them, well, that's just bullshit and a psyop, they'll go, no, it's not psychological operation at all. This is really, really happening. You should be concerned. You should be worried. Actually, sit down. You should be in fear. Like I'm in fear. I'm feeling hot. I should have a lay down right now. All of them are like it. So you got to deal with family who are brainwashed. So a lot of families as well have gone woke as fuck. That sneaked in them into the radar as well, didn't it? That's another really strange ideology that I don't want to go into right now because YouTube's not really happy about it. But it is just that. It's an idea that's born that a woman can be a man and a man can be a woman when a man can only be a man and a woman can only be a woman. Yeah, I think it's chromosomes come into it. But yeah, they put this weird ideology out, and it's just really weird because what you got to do is you got to believe the fairy tale too. Okay, you must play my imaginary game. So what they want you to do, guys, and the lefts, okay, or the commies, what they want you to do is want to sit down and play a little tea party. So when you were about 6-year-olds, and you used to have to play a little tea party, plastic little table, and then you had the spoilers brat in the street. I'm pouring the tea. Yeah, fucking like Pol Pot of the fucking tea party, pouring the imaginary tea. Yeah, I'm going all psycho. That's what they're like. They want you to sit around their imaginary fucking table and do their weird imaginary worlds. So there's that to deal with as well. And then there's all different religious ideals as well. So, you know, if I had a dollar for every time someone called me a blasphemer, I'd probably have $57. Okay, it's been a lot. But it's not true. I am literally highly spiritual, and I'm on a mission from God. I'm on a holy mission. So I'm always going to bring that up. I'm sorry to just keep chucking that out there all the time, guys, but I don't know, because it's true. That's a fasces. I wonder what's in that box. There was windows in it. Now it's covered by railings. No people, 1 or 2. Beautiful that is. So yeah, that is in Baltimore, another city that got torched to the ground. This is a mad one. This is. It's in Budapest, and a city I haven't been to. Buda on one side of the river and Pest on the other, and then they joined names cleverly and became Budapest. Well, Buddha. One side's Buddha and the other side's Pest. Buddha, obviously, because they're Buddhists. So yeah, they built this big fuck off thing by the river. Look at the size of this. What's I say? Anti-Stalinist communist. Oh, I don't know. See, all that communism always ends up in the same miserable existence. I've been to communist countries. I've seen them queuing for food and exceptionally miserable, you know, and then they're really envious of the West that has it all and all the money and stuff. It's awful. It's a torturous existence, guys, of scarcity. But that's how they control the population. So 50-minute cities, I don't know where they're going with that. They want everyone to stay in. That isn't a problem at the moment because it's a chill factor -8 up there at the moment. That's not going to be a problem. So yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll make it just really horrible at the airports, and then we'll bring in, you know, visas, make it all just difficult for you to travel around. Anyway, there's only certain places you can travel to because some places are so remote you can't get there. And they want the digital ID. Okay, well, that's just more surveillance, more control. And they control us with the food. The food is fake. So I think the one thing that is most important to us that we take for granted and we overlook is the food. It's shit. And it's got increasingly shit over the last few years. And I think, yeah, they're packing it out like sawdust, like they did in the war, because I think the food is not being produced. Whatever they're doing, maybe they got a technology, maybe it's all fake. They're 3D printing the meat, maybe it's all just fake. And that's how they've been filling the shops. And none of this shit is produced a natural way. How do you know? How do you know? They've got secrets. And they can't tell the world the food's run out because there'll be blind panic. Tastes like it used to taste, guys, but nothing tastes like it used to. I mean this, as God is my witness, I mean this. There's no way I think this is the same RAM as before. It can't be. The colours are different, the hues are different, the people are different. The people are going back in time with style and fashion. Everyone in the world's wearing these goddamn fucking black quilted coats. Everyone in the world, in Russia, in America, in Britain. Who the fuck told them to wear them black quilted coats? They ain't even warm. How the fuck are they warm when the material meat is a micro thin, the cold will go through? They don't work. Who told them? AI? Did AI tell them? So, AI. So obviously, in the progressive future, a lot of people are not going to be able to have jobs. They're not going to be employing anyone because AI can do doctors, teachers, librarians, everybody's jobs, okay? Except for like probably building houses and stuff, but they can have machines do it, AI automated. They can get that done. China has it, where there's hardly any people involved. Factories, AI. So what are the people going to do? 50-minute city, stay in, exist on what? The credit system, 900 credits, and then you just go off, get your food, your fake food, come back, stick your virtual reality goggles on, have a surrogate life. That's the only life you're going to get if you want to have any fucking joy in this place. That's your existence. Okay. Yeah, well, I won't be doing that. Look at this, Manchester Blitz, that was, in good old Manny, as you know. Big old British city, full of history. Got splattered in World War II. And there's some photographs. Shelters trapped in the wreckage. Oh dear. So yeah, that's a weird reality. Look at that for a photo, all them massive buildings. Is that Britain was apparently dropping bombs on the Germans, and the Germans were apparently dropping bombs on Britain. Well, it hasn't happened since 1942, and it only happened for a brief period in history, and a little bit with Zeppelins in the First World War. It hasn't been repeated since. I've lived here 58 years. I can't remember any air attacks. Only happened then, which I just find really suspicious. I find the whole narrative in this war suspicious. Like, they're all in it together. Hands up, who knows what this is? Photo montage. Yeah. This is what I used to drink when I was a young skinhead. This looked really good on hallucinogenics. This is called Snake Bite and Black. Yeah. If you drink 3 of them, you will be completely paralytic drunk. It is lager, cider, and blackcurrant mixed all together in one glass. It's a distinctive taste. I don't think it's really popular in the modern day. I haven't had a Snake Bite and Black for years. Cherry Slurpee. Listen, Violet kid, this is a whole new realm of pissed. Yeah. So yeah, this is an interesting photo. I haven't been able to find out where it is, but I got a feeling it's in Australia. It looks a bit Wild Westy, but look at what they got here on these buildings. 3 balls represents an optician's. These, the aerials, bam, 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 bam. It's just nuts. Can't work out where the city is, though. I'd like to know. And there's the other side of the street. It says Bala there, so I don't think that's a help. None of the signs tell me. What's bugging me is what's happening with these. They're not flagpoles. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like dozens there, guys. Dozens, look. That's mad. Little old Wild West town, undeveloped. Nice little stone buildings, but it's jam-packed with antiquity. It's bonkers. So yeah, that 3D printing idea, really interesting that Samuel Morse did a 3D printing sort of process, because this guy, Giuseppe Bonetti, he did this sculpture in 1834, I think it was, and they, said that it was built with a chisel, or made with the chisel and a hammer, and he managed to do these beautiful eyelashes. Such a beautiful statue. One of those lifelike ones, quite haunting. What little book I wonder what book they all hold. Don't think it's the Holy Bible. Might be though. It's got a cross on it. Yeah, look. So yeah, Samuel Morse 3D printing. It could be somewhere along those lines with marble, because there's no room for error. If you slip once, you got to start over. That could take you a million years to do something like that. And this veil as well, it's carved from marble, guys. I've worked in stonemasonry, guys. Working with marbles, a bitch. There's no room for error with it. Tennant's Lager. Now, we used to drink this in the 70s, and on the back of our man drink, we'd have a woman in a bikini. This one is Shona, yeah? And this would sell more beers. Tennant's beers puke, okay? It's funny, a lot of homeless people drink Tennant's. Strange, weird irony, that is. Tennant's Extra. It's like super strength, 9% stuff, the alcoholics drink. This is on a building in, I think it's also in Budapest, or Bucharest, the other one. So I definitely think there are others, and I think it is a spiritual thing going on. I think there's an energetic battle as well as a spiritual battle that goes on all night for myself, 24 hours a day. I've got a lot going on, but I've made some astounding leaps in my spiritual evolution. My wanting thing has completely changed. Although I put out there this week, isn't that beautiful, that I was looking for strict, there was like strict criteria for like Japanese girlfriends and all the other bum flufferys that comes along with that. But that I was just like, just putting it out there and see what happened. See how the females responded, and it was quite interesting to see. Actually, it was a great experiment. So, plus, yeah, never limit yourself. Think big. Yeah, that's what I do anyway. So yeah, they had an inaugural mooring of the USS Shenandoah, and it coupled up there in Seattle. So Shenandoah. There's a Shenandoah in Texas I went through, but it's not the one where the American Civil War battle happened. I think that's further north in the Carolinas, isn't it? Yeah, so everywhere I think was doing this, and they were equipped with weapons as well, which was torching the American cities. But yeah, this is weird. So you get on a Graf Zeppelin, right, and you could go from Europe to Brazil. Brazil, yeah, the Brazilian jungle and the Amazon, man, that's fantastic. And you could go from Hamburg to America on this little baby, the Victoria cruise. I bet it was fantastic luxury. Now they cram us in these tiny little freaking chairs on these jumbo jets. Every single time I fly, yeah, I get ill. I get like man flu when I get back. Cause, yeah, it's the radiation of the machines when you're going through, and all of them fucking, not germs are not real, but it's all of the airplane air. Just don't like it. So yeah, this happened everywhere. So if you're on a big balloon, you could walk around, probably have a swimming pool, go in the casino. Casino's always nice for have a little gold blackjack, something like that. And then you're just looking forward to coupling up in the center of the city, so you haven't got to go and find an Uber from the airport, an Airbnb, because you don't know where to fucking stay. Okay. Belly dancers are pretty good. which I think you see a woolly underpants then. Yeah. They didn't have him back in them days. So yeah, back in the days, if I was in the First World War trenches, right, guys, in Gallipoli front primarily, I would have insisted on belly dancers in my cell, in my, what they call them, dugouts, in my dugout. I would want belly dancers. So this is Father Christmas this year. Okay, did he bring you any Christmas presents, guys? Have you been good boys and girls? Did he bring you your Rolex Oyster Gold? Yeah. Did you wake up this morning and there was a Lamborghini Cocha on the drive? Did that happen? Did you get your Porsche 911? Did you get your fluffy Japanese non-communist Asian woman? No, not me. Here's Jimmy. Jimmy visits me on the spiritual realm. Jimmy does. Bowie, he visits me on the spiritual realm, and we just talk. Yeah, I think I'm a potential for an ascended master, maybe. So yeah, Swank's New York Guide to Drugs, Violence, and Prostitution. So if you are going to New York, this is a good guide to get, because we got something fine for New York's finest. We know that film, don't we? Escape to New York, city I haven't been to, but like to go to. Everyone keeps trying to put me off, saying it's shithole. I don't think so. See her there. Fucking hell. If you was tripping in a room, you wouldn't be able to find her. You'd be just like, what the fuck? Where is she? Oh, you know, it's all moving around. This is when women were women, look, and they used to have like trippy clothes and style. Now they wear them black maggot coats and onesies and nighties because they can't be bothered getting fucking dressed. How times change. Ooh, Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Groovy baby, or baby groovy. Smell your way. Yeah, I don't care who you are, fat. So get that reindeer off my roof. Where's my weed? So yeah, oh, I love electric guitars. Imagine having this. Don't know if it sounds good though, but wow, yeah. I'm fantasizing. Don't worry. That's what I wanted in my stocking. Nug of the day, Christmas OG. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, it's proper glistening. We want to get a magnifying glass. Isn't it funny you can get mind smells? Yeah, I can smell that in my mind. Okay. Now, as you know, I don't like Santa Claus. He's a twat. I had really bad encounters with Santa Claus. Almost borderline abuse, guys, of Santa Claus. I have. But yeah, so he's asking this woman who's in a crinoline to spank his bottom. I don't know what's going on. So I spank my. So do you want a present? So yeah, just spank my bum first. So, oh, okay. So I had a Lone Ranger doll with a Lone Ranger silver horse, and I had a Tonto as well, and he had a leather jacket and real leather moccasins. Really loved my models, you could call them models, toys of Hi-ho Silver away, and Tonto is a bit gay. Now, this is a weird series. Do you think there's something, because he never had anything to do with women, not like Zorro. Yeah, Zorro's in like Flynn or any opportunity. Hey, Consuela, gone. Fucking him. Yeah, what does he have? He has a Man Friday. Like Batman has a ward. The Lone Ranger is slipping. I'm not sure I like the Lone Ranger. Not that I got anything against them. It's nothing to do with me. It's live and let live in my realm. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you're a kid and you're playing with your Tonto and your fucking Lone Ranger, you don't want to find out later in life that something was going on between both of them. Do you? Right, mental smell time. Close your eyes. Remember the smell of caps. You've just shot your cap gun. Can you smell, in your mind, a memory smell this is, guys, of what a cap smells like? I got it right now. I've got a memory smell. Isn't that weird? Because smells are vibrations, and I'm getting I'm getting an adjacent smell thing going on in my brain. It's a fucking fascinating science. That's what I wanted down my chimney. But I haven't got a chimney, I've got a radiator, and I don't like Santa Claus, as you know. So, no. Big money in pawn shops in the past. There was a lot of skintness, but honest Joe's, he's never going to rip you off while you wait. So, yeah, in the modern day, you've got crack converters. You can go in, give them your black screen telly. They want no questions asked, nod, wink, wink. Sign your name here, mate. I can't read. All right, that's all right. Just put an X. Rifles, pistols, and shells, shotguns. Don't know, you're born in America. I'm not even allowed to say these words in Britain. They're hurty words. That's what would have been fantastic. She's really, really beautiful as well, I think. Maybe that's just me, resonates with that sort of look. But yeah, imagine opening your present in the morning. That came up. Yeah. And then you got to go through a whole load of questions. Excuse me, do you mind if I just asked it? What did you do during COVID? Okay. What shape's the Earth? The globe. Okay, that can get annoying. I think though, with my requests in my Christmas wish this year, I'm flexible. I am like really flexible. Okay, and don't have to go with any of that. So yeah, when the governments fall and all the laws will go with them, and we can grow what the fuck we want, and we will have good strains, because I'm going to go on a quest to Tibet for the ultimate Tatarian weed strains. One, but never the same again. Yeah. And grow them in my garden, because everyone else will probably be dead. So I'll have a big choice of houses. So I'll have somewhere nice in the mountains, in the hills. Be great. So there you are. I got your ticket for the new year. Stay home, do nothing, and go to bed early. Well, the internet's shit, so I've been going to bed early, but I do like, my bed's really cushy, and I do like sleep because my dreams are wicked. So I get up and eat some chocolate, fuck up my sinuses, lay back down and have some more brilliant dreams. Yeah, dream reality is awesome. And then you wake up and then I'm like, holy fucking shit, I got to download who I am again. So who the fuck am I? Oh, right, I remember. It's just, okay, it doesn't matter. Coming back for a minute before anything else happens in this place. Okay, 446 of you. Bumshanker, thank you for being here. I wish I had a companion to do nothing with. Well, that's it, Ryan. This is why I should open a dating agency, but not a dating agency for all that gay marriage stuff at all. But just for people like, I noticed when I did that the other day about the Chinese women, there was loads of men that saying, oh yeah, Matt, me too. And then there was loads of women that saying, oh, fucking hell, yeah, I'm on my own as well. And it's like, well, hang on. They're on their own. You're on your own. You're a truther. Okay, so you'll have something to talk about. Why don't you talk to one another? See where I'm going here? And then you're not alone anymore. So yeah, if that could happen, that'd be great. So yeah, I'm good at matchmaking as well. I am. I've matchmade loads of couples. Literally, because of my matchmaking, people have had children and married and stuff. So I've increased the population of this world by matchmaking. I have. So yeah, we know what the world's like, and it's fucking, struggling to talk to people. And then there's like, the weird like cults that everyone's in. You don't want to like go out with anyone and find out they're all embroiled in some weird fucking cult, which most of them are. Do you smell the caps then, Mr. Mop or Bob? Smells nice, don't they, caps? I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Pig dog. So yeah, we got here. Lee's in the house. Companionship is for the birds when the world is full of siphons. Well, I'll give you that, but you can have companionship and sit, and then like they can go home again. That's possible. I don't mean that. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, if you nail it and you've got loads going on, some people are just happy to sit there with just the two of them, aren't they? They never row. Yeah, just like the Love Boat. The plane, boss, the plane. He was weird. I seen him on an interview. I think it was on Letterman years ago with Roger Moore. Fucking hell, even Roger Moore was unnerved by his presence. He's a fucking weird guy. Anyway, the plane must play, and that's nothing against little people. Like I said last week, guys, let's spare a foot for the midgets that were struggling to put food on the table this year. Brian, did I say midgets? I didn't mean that. I meant dwarfs. New Year is in the summertime. Well, I noticed that people in Australia are baking in the frigging boiling hot sun. It's great. That is. Oh, yeah, everyone. That's another thing. That's gaslighting us. Half the world's boiling fucking hot, lovely, yummy sunshine. The other half's freezing its ass off in fucking Arctic weather. 4 a.m. You're going to bed. It's going. No, I haven't. I've been going to bed early and waking up relatively early for me. Somebody you're crying up. He sounds like a nice guy, guys. Yeah. Any Ryan wants some Christmas lovelies. Yeah. Don't we all right? Anyway, I had a cap gun and I stuck it on my nose and it fired, and then I had a mark on my nose from a cap gun. That's me, true story. But I also, put a crayon up my nose, and my mother's friend had to pick it up with her long nails. My face was covered in blood. Don't ask me. I just pushed it up, and it went all the way up into here, a crayon. So, yeah, I've got a thing about putting things in holes. I also, in assembly in school, I had a pea shooter. They shot these little dried Leo peas. So I found a game where if I put the pea in my ear, I went like that, the pea would fall out into my hand. Anyway, I put the pea in, and I went like that, and the pea didn't fall out into my hand. And I went boom, boom, boom. Oh shit! The pea had fallen into my inner ear, and if I shook my head for I think it was soft in the end and went to mushy peas. But literally, if I shook my head, the pea inside of a whistle, yeah, that's what I had inside of my head. Yeah, I had a fucking pea in my head for years. Shit, fucking things are just weird in this room, guys. So yeah, don't stick anything in holes. This is not good advice. 7 Ontario Sasquatch, good to see you. You did play with the Pussy Willow as a kid too. Let's talk about Pussy Willow. Is really, really, really soft and fluffy. Have you felt Pussy Willow? It is, isn't it? It's really good. You got to be careful with that terminology. If you went on a date, for example, with some young lady and she's got a cat there, and you sit down, and she says, "Is it okay if I play with your pussy?" You go, "What? Sorry?" The cat. See how wires could be crossed and fuck up your date chances. I know. Tip top. No, it's a true story, India. Yes. I had a pea in my ear. Okay. And I had a Crayola crayon up my nose. It was a yellow one as well. Why I was colouring with yellow. They're the worst colour to colour with. I must have got bored with it and stuck the pointy bit on my fucking nose, see how it felt. Anyway. I lived to tell a tale. Yeah, Denise, all's good. You should try a crayon up your nose one day. See how it changes your life, a whole new perspective. Yeah. The wind is fucking brutal in US media. Oh my God. You wouldn't believe it. Yeah, it's absolutely brutal. I went to the shops earlier. I was like, It's like it doesn't even matter that I had 16 layers of clothes on. I went straight through them all. So I had to hurry home. I don't know what that means, Chris. But anyway. So yeah, going to the new year, being kind, being loving people, and just being genuine and honest. So anyway, just genuine, honest friendship, loads. Yeah, Jay Rage Redwood New. Okay, Jay. Possible to find. No, it's not. Listen, you need to come to some of the meetups that we have and stuff, because I tell you what, mate, Jay, cram out with True for Women. Yeah, and they're just really cool as well. And True for Women are proper hot as well, I've noticed. Yeah, it's like the lefties, like they had nowhere else to go in society because they were all really, really ugly. No one was going to actually, mate with them anyway. So there was nowhere left for them to go in society. So they all joined this cult together, the ugly cult, where they all go, wah, wah, wah. Have I watched climate trials from Hibbler Martin? No, I haven't, because I know what they are and about all that. I don't really watch much YouTube. I like Campbell's videos. He does these reactionary videos about some crazy shit going happening in the world. So I watch them. Apart from that, nothing. I do research and I read. I'm doing a lot of writing as well. That's what I like to do. I should write a book about my life, but no, you know, it's going to be hard to believe, and got to be careful not to incriminate myself in any way. Not that I would, because I've obviously been honest all my life, but I'm just saying. Just frank. And my views I'm talking about. You got 16 laser clothes, mate. Oh, wow. That's what I need, new threads, bro. I got fucking clothes from the 80s I still wear, guy. Shit. But I wears a camouflage jacket. It's a nice jacket as well. Stab-proof, fucking thick thing. And nobody wears them, but I get stinking stares when I'm out. Oh, my God. Because, I don't know, maybe they think I look like a patriot or like a British person from the old British mentality, which I fucking am. Again, it's an identity. I identify as being British. I can't help it. I'm trying not to, but I am. I was born here. But they give us all of these nationalistic identities, don't they? Different countries, different religions. No, it doesn't work. It's what causes all the fucking problems. So anyway, I think there's only one of us here. I think we're all super connected. I think we're 10 times more psychic than we give it credit for. And I think the dumbing down and the disinformation campaigns, you know, people can't step out and be stepping into their full human potential, get their energy back to use it for the good. Cheers. To help. But do it right. Because you got, if you try, some people think that they're doing a good thing and they're helping, and all they're doing is helping a psyop and helping an Illuminati agenda, and they think they're doing really good. And you know, it's quite heartbreaking to see that. So thanks, hippie chickage. It's really nice. Thank you for that, lovely. Serpent death. Yeah, well, I noticed when I went to the last funeral I went to, and the priest guy was doing all these Latin words. And if you just think of a serpent talking, he was like, it was all like serpenty and serpent tonguey. It was very serpenty language with the Vatican. I've noticed that, or the church, especially with Latin. Very serpenty indeed. So, do I think they are serpenty or reptilian shapeshifters? No, because of all the people who've actually been talking about it, you know, their assets, so no. And plus, I only deal with, well, actually, objective reality. I do, you know, philosophize, but that's my whole thing, isn't it? So, Ian, yeah, wiggly flat Christmas thumbs. So, coming up to 2.5 hour mark. That went freaking quick, that did. Oh, my God. So, yeah, much love to you all, guys. Thank you. Much gratitude for staying with me this year. It's been a difficult year, on and off. And a lot of craziness. Myself, my personal life, it's just been a fucking shit show. But I feel good because I think I learned a lot of lessons. And I think I've grown a lot. I've grown more thanks to my friends as well. In the last 6 months, done more growth than I have in the last 10 years. I've had a quantum leap. Yeah, and my mind as well is sort of clear as well. I'm not on the want. You know, I was consumed by wanting things that would kill me or not do any good for me, or just was not my road in life. And now I'm finding that all the things I wanted I didn't want, and that the path that is designated for me, I've found my way back to. And that is what I'm doing now, the truth. End of. So that's good, isn't it? So, grow more weed, says Eon. So I think I think Britain should legalize it. There's a new legalized ganja shop opens in Birmingham. There's one in Newport near Cardiff. where you got to have a prescription, but you got to like pay a load of money. It's basically, it's only elites or rich people, people who got money can shop in these coffee shops, but it's the same setup as Amsterdam or what coffee shops in Spain. Same, exactly the same. They want all your fucking details, photographs, scan you, all of that. So, and then it's not cheap either for Californian weed, which is the same everywhere. So yeah, so they're having legal coffee shops open in Britain. Like I said, there's a couple there. So eventually, like that's just, you know, it'll be for the common folk as well. So I think that's just on the horizon. I think that's soon that will happen. It'll have to. Well, I've already got digital ID, Manny, on my passport. I've done for a while now. And facial recognition's been fully active in the city I live in Cardiff for 2 years. Can't go in the city centre without it. And if you're not a criminal and you're not up to anything, you've got nothing to worry about. But yeah, it is, you know, an invasion of privacy. But they've had cameras up for many, many years now. I'm in the mentality of I don't actually give a fuck, and I'm not doing anything anyway. Not really, you know. So there's that. So thank you, Kathy Bronson, and thank you, Lee, for your comments. Well, yeah, they could have just manifested the reality that we all live in the past. I'm sick of it, though. Yeah, I know, Joe. It's hard. It's hard, mate. I know the feeling. But, you know, the New Year's coming, mate. You got the right idea. What you got to do, especially when it comes to women, I noticed that if you was like, oh, I haven't got a woman, I haven't got a woman, and you're just moaning and all of that, they never fucking show up. As soon as you're in the mentality, is, oh, I can't be fucking bothered anymore, stop looking, they turns up. So it's the same. It's weird. It's just like the want causes the magnetic repulsion for some reason. So things turn up when they're meant to turn up. And like I said, a lot of life is just the waiting room of God anyway, in between the fantastic bits. And look, you know, how many of us have been happy in this life? I mean, I've had happy moments in this life. I have had happy moments, and the last few years as well, really happy. But could be happier. All of us could be a lot happier. To live in a state of ecstaticness and happiness constantly. It would be a fantastic thing for us all. And in abundance. All the food, all the health, long life, people passing away with dignity, you know, and in a beautiful way. And not everyone grieving over it, knowing, you know, that all is energy and nothing dies in this place. Knowing their facts, you know, instead of just destroying your life the way people do in grief after a relative passes, and the torture of worrying about your relative dying for years before it happens as well. It's a whole fucking life around fear of that again, when again, wrong information, wrong data. We don't die. Dead already. Sad it is. So anyway, thanks. Your proper lush Marticus. Suit you, sir. Oh, thanks, Vibes. It's really nice of you to say. When am I coming back to Melissa, to America? I don't ever know. Maybe I'll get an invite on one day to go over or something. Things always, you know, opportunity always shows itself. You never know. Come over to a convention in New York, Matt, or something along those lines. Dallas Fowler, good to see you, my man. Oh, so yeah, I hope all good things come to you all. And we're all on the same path in truth, and I feel that we're doing the right thing, and that we're on the right side of history anyway. And yeah, there's some terrible things happening in the world, but you know, let's just acknowledge that we know they're happening. We fight against it, but we don't focus on it. Does that make sense? And we show the people what's really going on when we find out the correct data instead of spinning or echoing chambering the fake story, which is what mainstream does, especially when it comes to history. Oh, thanks, N. Davison, who's wishing us all a lovely 2026. So yeah, thank you. Good advice, Thin Ice. Good advice. Thank you. I am Karios, my man. Good to see my brother 7 O as well. Constantly evolving. I am. I've wasted a lot of life, but I'm not gonna, you know, be bugged about that. It is just what it is. But it's put me where I am today, guys. But yeah, let's grab the happiness while we can, guys, shall we? Yeah. And the world's gone tits up. We all know that. But let's just not invest our energy into it. Let's invest what energy we got left into getting wise and getting our shit together, because I think that's what's needed right now. And being kind is a basic, you know. All the things that are going on in the world at the moment are all really unkind. People being all unkind with one another. And I just don't do that shit. Fuck that. That's not why I put you. Thank you, 7-0. And oh, Mo, good to see you, my man. What's happening, my brother? You've been here years and years, mate. Yeah, well, like 10 years on YouTube. I think you were back there 10 years ago. Oh, Floyd, listen, mate, I'm going to be going soon. I got a zinging sensation in my brain from talking. How long have we talking? 2.5 hours. I'll show some more pictures, some humorous stuff, see what I got. Okay. Well, as you know, I like static electricity and playing with it. It's really good, especially with a balloon on curtains. You can opt out. Well, this is it, isn't it, Charlie? I do not consent. But people, a lot of people haven't got the resources to look after themselves. That's what they're worried about if they don't consent. So I can appreciate that. So, okay, let's have a look. Quick couple of images of Hamburg, a beautiful city that I know. Been there a couple of times. My youth. I would like to visit it again. But look at this on fire. And I don't think this is anything to do with the British, because it's in 1906. But yeah, that's how it was on fire. Well, people are out to watch it as well, burned down. So yeah, beautiful city, even now in the modern day. Wow, look at that, collapsing in a photograph. 1906, exactly the same year, isn't it, as that tower collapsed in St. Marco's Square, and they caught a photograph of that in collapsing as well. It's not a coincidence. So I'm not sure what's happening with this humongous tower. Is it a water tower? Probably. But it's big, isn't it? So yeah, Hamburg completely destroyed, as you know, World War II. Oh, beautiful. They got a fucking awesome bridge. A lot of this has been taken off in the modern day. All of this Gothic castleization. That's what it is. Is that a real bird? But yeah, look at that. The helix. But yeah, geometry and that, beautiful. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been in there. Hamburg Station. Been in there. Don't remember anything about that though. Beautiful. These are postcards, aren't they? I should go through my postcards. I bet there's loads of juice. So yeah, I've been sharing a load of my antiques. Last night or yesterday, I shared a possible Tudor map, which I should somehow get evaluated or find if it's like authentic. The girl that sent it to me, she didn't know, but her father was a lecturer in UCLA as well. So, you know, so Ivy League standard. Would he buy a bunk map? I don't think so. Check that out on there though, guys. See that? It's crazy, isn't it? Hi, Tommy. Tommy G Poetry. Yeah, crazy antiquitech going on that tower there. In wonderful, wonderful Hamburg. Terrible what happened in the war, though. The people and the architecture. So yeah, Poland. I was on about Poland. Yeah, so I'd like to go to Poland because basically it is beautiful and clean and safe. and not like Britain is now. It's completely different. So yeah, let's have a look at some images of my favorite. Hopefully none of these are too bad because I haven't really gone through them. Random ladybird books. Okay, I collect ladybird books. As you know, I'm a book collector. Okay. So happy times. Fuck off. I'm social distancing. I was social distancing absolutely years before everybody else, as you probably know. I even had a social distancing stick. So everything I want to do is illegal. It's their laws, not our laws. Remember that. So, Ladybird Book of Death Cults, very popular at the moment. Death cults are a biggie, aren't they? We are all going to die. UK government track and trace program. There you are, Manny. This is how it starts. It's downhill from there. Hi, son of Overbrook. Thank you for the support. Please hit the like button. Family, please. Flat Earth British family. My Ladybird book of my first joint. Okay, I think I was a little bit younger than that. And I had long hair. And I looked like a hippie. My mother had me in hippie clothes. Basically like psychedelic shirts. There's even one photo of me out there in a dicky bow. A fucking dicky bow. Wow, I bet I look really like Altry then. Jeez. So yeah, you're not my real parents. Oh, imagine fucking finding that out later in life. Yeah. Daddy's new wife is a bitch. Okay. Scientology, not allowed to talk about that on the internet. Blackmail, well, that's common on the internet. So now, oh shit. The best way to strengthen your child's immune system is let them just get out in the mud and the shit like we did, didn't we? We lived in the muddy gullies and streets. I did anyway, or the woods. The history of Fleetwood Mac. There they are. Oh, I love Fleetwood Mac. Here you go again. You are so fucking stupid. Here is a picture of the boss. The boss of the world. So, anybody know who this man is? We're fortunate that his parents put him in those clothes. Come on. Yes, it is Bill Gates. Bill Gates. This is why he hates humanity so much. Look at that. But in his face, he's saying there, I'm going to literally kill every fucking one of you with a Elmo experiment. Sesame Street had always something underlying going on, I find. The Ladybird Book of Evil. There she is, Margaret Thatcher. Fucked everything up in like she did. It was all great. Yeah. Tortured in the Name of God's Unconditional Love by Sybil Devlin. Indeed. Yeah. Say 10 Hail Marys, it'll be all right. Everything I know about women, I learned from My Tractor by Roger Welsh. Okay, I don't like the sounds of that. Tractor's got exhausts as well. Oh, I love this book. Lesbian Funeral Shawls. So, yeah, I think I identify as a lesbian. Yeah, I am a lesbian. I think definitely, because I think about boobies and stuff all day. So that would definitely make me a lesbian, wouldn't it? So essentially, I'm a gay lesbian. There you go. So lesbian shawls, definitely down my lane. So 2 in 5 mothers are not present at the birth of their own child. There's no excuse for maternal truancy. Were you aware of that? The Quest for a Face and a Dick by I.G. Green. Yeah, man. Fucking hell. Know that one. How to find your evil twin in the back of your mind. That's true, that is, guys. You have to admit that's true. Okay. What you want to do is you want to brace your evil twin, homogenize, become one with it. Okay. But don't let it be boss. Okay. How to be incompetent. Bring back Boris, all is forgiven. Okay, no. Don't pick up the puppies. Let's have a look at the little puppies. They're nice. Okay. Grace, cock flavored soup mix. That's something that I'm never going to be tasting, thankfully. Suggestive balloon arrangement. Isn't that fucking funny when you have a child's party? The balloons always end up embarrassingly dick and balls. Isn't that true? Yeah, well, they do when I do balloon sculptures, Nora. No. Our son is an idiot. Yeah, that'd be a great title for a book. My son is an idiot. But that wouldn't work for me because my son's genius. So, The Big Colouring Book of Vaginas, written and illustrated by Morgan Hastings. So, yeah, remember I said I stuck my crayon up my nose? That's funnily connected with this book, isn't it? So, yeah, you could have like psychedelic vaginas. Yeah. Smiley faces on clitorises. Oh, that'd be brilliant. Am I allowed to say any of this? I don't know. Gay experiments. Okay, well, that's really popular right now, but I think that's to do with what happens in COVID. Okay, prostitution. Okay, well, that's actually one of the most honest of the occupations out there today, because at least you get what you pay for. Maybe perverts. Well, that's increasingly what's he doing? That's increasingly popular because that goes with the weird lack of morality that's going through culture right now. Okay, maybe we should just discard all human morality. Yeah, just all be naughty. Dog muck disposal. Yeah, shitbags, they're everywhere. Timmy's first riot. Cool. Bombs made easy. Say, when we were children, this is what we used to do, guys. Can't do it in the modern day. It'd be frowned upon. Actually, be called terrorism. But in the day, when back in the day, all kids were doing it. Drugs, fuck yeah. Yeah. Drugs are not bad. They're brilliant. Don't listen to anybody. Why mummy poisoned you? Naughty jail. Okay. The history of golf. Oh, golf. Is that what it looks like? Don't like that. Lassie gets even. Bites her face off. The first paparazzi. By that we mean voyeur. Okay. Holy shit. We're high as fuck. That always happens. So see these are good, isn't they? Salt shakers. No, they're not. They're not salt shakers. If that was only the case. In the late 19th century, it was widely held belief that masturbation caused insanity. And devices such as this were designed to prevent the wearer from touching or stimulating himself. They were often used in mental institutions. Okay, well, I don't think that would work at all. That just makes no sense, especially with the aggressive masturbators, you know. So, shit the bed sauce, hot sauce. So that's really bad. Okay, imagine taking shit on a plane, yeah, like deliberately, yeah, and then everyone for the transatlantic flights have to smell it, yeah. That'd be a really good way of getting them back. Yeah, you get bus bastards, you get plane bastards too. Imagine smell of shit the whole flight, a screaming baby, yeah, a Somalian, somebody got a baby that screams the whole fucking flight, yeah, because of the turbulence. Smell of shit. Death Island, okay, it would be if I was there. Tuberculosis, game for all the family. Dicking around, well, that's mass hallucination, yeah, that's LSD in the water supply. And the emperor's penis. The emperor. Ooh, what the fuck did that? Sorry, I just don't know where that come from. Affordable housing, June 2017. It'd be funny if it wasn't so true, guys. The Mile High Mary. Okay. That's in 1974. I would never take a dump on a plane. That would be horrible. I have peed on planes. That's weird because you're moving around and stuff. It's like a train pee, isn't it? But I've never had a dump on a plane because I'm kind. I don't want them shits flying out of the plane and like literally landing on someone's head in like Germany. I'm not horrible. But would I join the Mile High Club? Yeah, if I could get away with it. It's only wrong if anyone finds out, guys. So there's Michael. Ding dong. Ding, ding dong. So yeah, that fake ideology, the sexual ideology, the gender ideology is rife in Hollywood, isn't it? Nobody gives a shit. They're done for. AI's going to replace them all anyway, yeah. And Hollywood used to be like synonymous with good drugs, hot women and stuff. Now it's just like you can't even think of a Hollywood star without thinking Epstein, you know? It's like, Brad Pitt. It's like Tom. All of them. You can't even think of a star which is not associated with them lot, or you got suspicion that they might be involved with all that. It might be all bollocks. I don't know, but still, it works. I can't stand these fuckers. Halitosis. Okay, that's Green Breath. Justin Bieber. Ah, poor Justin. I feel sorry for him. And the Mail Order Bride. It's not always nice being an entitled fuck. I wonder what up the bum means by Crack McCann. I'm sure she'll find out later. They can't lick our dick. This is a political statement. They can't lick our dick. That's one of my favorite ones. It's a good one, that, isn't it? It's a good one, that. Can't believe I did that one. It's good. We like dick. Okay. We like our dick. And well done, dick. And you can lick our dick. And of course, YouTube, we're talking about Richard Nixon, whose nickname was Dick. In case you go all fucking weird. Got fucking cob on. So, yeah, Highlands is a lonely place. Yeah, it's a lonely place. Yeah, especially if you've got a kilt on and a sporran that keeps bashing against your penis constantly when you walk. Okay. The lonely Scotsman and the nervous sheep. You know what they say about Welsh people shagging sheep? That's bullshit. And it was only the one anyway. And what's it got to do with Scottish people? They are well into their sheep. Okay. I am just saying. It's true. It's true. If you're in Scotland, yeah, fucking hell. The sheep, they cry at night. You hear them going, please, no, no, no. This is a cookbook. I didn't get this one for Christmas. 50 ways to eat cock. I've never had that soup. I'm glad. Catching crabs with gills. A load of fuss about fuck all. Modern Shakespeare. The man, the myth, the bell end. I hope you're not still reeling over that bum one earlier on. That's over with. That's so yesterday. We've moved on now. You will be okay in time. You will recover. The futility of existence. Oh, fucking hell. Why did you have to mention that? Telekinesis. This one I'm good at. I can move shit with my mind. Yeah. Kenny Loggins. What? Kenny Loggins was Jesus. Hot dads. It's disgusting. See, if it was my reset, yeah, I would definitely get rid of a lot of the males because I don't see the need for any of them, actually. Keep the women on. Fuck off spray. Keeps idiots and assholes away from you for up to 4 hours. Fucking hell, I need more spray than that. Fucking hell. Men love fannies. True statement. Corrupts shitbags. The Ladybook of Corrupt Shitbags. Martin Wadel's book, Taco Bell Destroyed My Anus. Oh, that's really sad. Oh. Anyway, my friendship circle over the years, 2017. Fucking hell, yeah. 2018. Fucking hell. 2019. 2020. 2021. I know. Let's all have a good cry together, shall we, guys? Wah. Karen being a cunt. Sell your soul. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe we should just sell our souls for Christmas. Yeah. I want stuff again. Because that's all you're going to do. You're going to be on the want if you were selling your soul. If you didn't want anything, there's no need to sell it. Bingo. Unless, like Jay was saying, he wants special crumpet this Christmas. He touched us in our sleep, the Hardy Boys. Oh, fucking no. I'm going to join these. I know I've shown them before, but I tell you what, they got a lot going on. I definitely think that I'm cut out to join the Marties. Look at them tight pants they gives you when you join the band, guys. They are obscenely tight as well. Okay. Yeah, you can see whether they're a roundhead or a cavalier. I know. Let's find a cure for stupid people. World science. Okay. A cure for stupid people. Ban the television. And that will cure them. Let's disinfect the fuck out of everything. I concur. There could possibly be germs on everything or not. So Harry Seacombe, yeah, he's trustworthy. Yeah, Harry Seacombe's Babysitting Corporation Christmas album. Fat fucking Welsh Harry. Well, am I a good father, Steve? My name's David. Latest book of hallucinogenic drugs. Making your first lemon bong. Cool. Okay. I remember smoking a carrot once. Carrot chillum in Glastonbury. Yeah, this rich woman was making a mix for the carrot chillum that she chiseled out. And I contributed a lot into that mix. Anyway, the score is that she filled up the carrot and she gave it to all her smelly hippie friends, where they like literally gave me the dregs of my own weed. Skanky fucks. Obviously, I'm over that now. The more real you get, the more unreal the world gets. Well, that's true, that is, John. How's your husband? Ritual and evasive mind control. Oh, God almighty. We all know about that, don't we? Flinch people's thoughts and manipulate their memories via the nasal cavity. So you've got to stick your fingers up their nose first. It's a bit snotty. I wouldn't do that. Oh, Tijuana picnic. How come Colonel Sanders is the same age in the 70s as he is in the American Civil War? You sure there's just the one Colonel Sanders? I haven't had KFC since I went in KFC and they had all food on the floor and a fight broke out years ago. So it's been about 10 years since I've had a Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I have been fancying one, but it's fantasy because it's not real Southern chicken. And that it's just fucking horrible. It's not Kentucky. It's not Kentucky any fucking thing. I can't even go in Popeyes because they say it's real Southern chicken. It ain't fucking Southern chicken. It's water injected chicken. I want real chicken. So this is me, and it's true as well. This is true, right? To-do list, right? Drink coffee. Try not to kill anyone. Yeah. Repeat steps 1 and 2. They should add try not to kill yourself as well. That's a biggie. So just them 4. You don't need anything else, guys. Just get through your life, no problem whatsoever. This would have been a good job for me. If I go time traveling, I could put in an advert for. I actually think this would be a good idea. No, bear with me. What if I open, right, a Guru Marticus healing center? Don't get me wrong, it won't be culty as well or anything like that. I can do fascia work, massage. I can do fucking wicked fascia massages. Yeah, spinning the chi, spinning the fascias, breathing. We could do like different ideas, like we could do like musical appreciation hour. We all like that, don't we? Drug appreciation hour. And other appreciation hours as well. In my, it won't be like an ashram, it'd be more like a building. But I'd have to charge some money for people to join because I'd have to keep up the rent for the place. But yeah, unless I bought it outright. Oh, this idea is brilliant. And then I could do mid-quarter massages. Now, that is just because I love women so much and I think they should all be healed from their aches and pains. It's nothing to do with me. Yeah. Right, too cool to do drugs. Cool to do drugs. Do drugs. Drugs. The beatings will continue until the morale improves. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. People will soon fucking stop their thinking. Taste the bush. Jay. It's not fair, is it? This is your girlfriend, this is. Yeah? That's your girlfriend, that is. To win any battle, you must fight as if you're already dead. Now, that is brilliant. Especially if you're in war, then you're not going to be scared about being killed if you're already dead. So, the Dick Handler Quartet. I should have been crucified. Let's have a look. Yes, that's correct. That's a correct statement. So, imagine like you had a date, right? And the girl says to you, can you come and meet my parents? So, I'm not big with parent meeting. They're not going to like me anyway. No parent's ever going to like me. It's never going to happen, right? That's nice, isn't it? Anyway, so carry on. I said to him, if you're a real man, wrestle me naked. Anyway, back to my story. How am I supposed to conduct myself doing these? Hands off, anti-masturbatory gum, 8 pieces. Instant relief lasting up to 6 hours. What for? I don't get it. It just makes no fucking sense. Things that never existed. I know. They'd starve to death. I lost my virginity, but I still got the box it came in. Oh, we all had a fake COVID vaccine card. Don't lie. Yes, you did. Oh, my favorite one. This is one of my favorite ones. Master Foods. Creamy white finishing sauce. It's good. And now it's time to kick a celebrity in the bollocks. Now, we all like this, but it's, we got to like basically dock someone or say we don't like someone because it's Christmas. We're going to forgive. Unless you put Stammer in there, we're going to forgive. Okay? We're not going to kick anyone in the bollocks today. Nah, we could. Try penicillin. Made from mold. You can get this drug from your doctor or prepare it yourself. So you can make your own penicillin, guys. Just leave your bread, go skanky. I'm already doing it. Nah. Got to watch a mold. The mold's a fucker. So electrical engineering world, 1962 showed everybody scooting around in these little babies. I don't think they got them in the modern day, but they're not far off. But it keeps everyone away from everyone else's breath. Can't breathe the air. Oh, look, wiener soap cleaner. I wonder how big that hole is, though. I wonder if it's bigger than like a pineapple ring. Don't take no notice of me. Wrong old Henry. He was a sweet man, but useless, wrong old Henry. Not all men are adept at doing buttons in the right order on a lady's dress. Fingering. By fingering. This is disgusting. Joan Collins was a psychopathic child killer. Joan says, I enjoy 7 inches every morning. Orange juice. YouTube. Subways. Satisfy your Valentine with a footlong. It doesn't bend in the middle. Coronavirus barometer. Here we go, guys. If he goes, we all go. Okay. So what did Richard Branson said? Just returned from Earth after an incredible journey to space. Yes, space. One thing I realized surprised me is that I could see all of the continents at once. And they look misshaped. And there was some kind of optical illusion, made the Earth look like kind of disc. Very strange. Right, you wouldn't be able to see all the continents at once. Fucking baldy. Well, he's not baldy, but you know what I mean. Lino Coke, do-it-yourself cocaine kit. So this is where the kids start in Britain. You've got to start somewhere. MB Games, fun for all the family. And the razor blade would be made extra blunt. So you don't. They give you a credit card. You only need one. Explaining to your child why you sold its kidney on the black market. That's popular. This is my favorite. We accidentally amputated your dick. What the fuck? Ma'am, we need you to calm down. That's got to be one of the best ever. Fun is educational, Kevin. It is, and it's good for your soul. Giggling is good for your soul. And you've got to be honest, we have had to giggle. It's what we do here. Our muffins are moist and sticky, just like Fanny's. I know, it's fucking brilliant. This is how you know life is so cool, yeah? Because we can get away with saying stuff like this and giggle. It's brilliant, yeah? I have a diagnosis. You're a wanker. If you're talking about me. Lockdown has affected every one of us, Jennifer Aniston. I had a dream about Jennifer Aniston years ago. She was very much a woman. It's amazing what you can do with 2 fingers and a thumb. And boy, oh boy, you sure work up a thirst. 7-Up. Okay, I drank a 7-Up yesterday. I like a 7-Up. I won't read that out. Finally a solution. Fuck it all. That's what I could do with. Depressed? Not really. Problems with the boss? Not really. Overworked? Not really. Family troubles? Got none. So yeah, I got none of the criteria of that, so I don't think I need any. Fuck it all. Fuck it all. You never listen to a word I say. Thanks, love. 2 sugars. Ha ha ha. This was, they're obviously from 2020. Bernstein bears get evicted. Bernstein or Bernstein? Bernstein or Bernstein. It's up to you. Yeah, there you go. There's our fun images for the day. Hope you enjoyed. I got loads more, guys. Literally thousands and thousands of them I could go through. But like I said, we're coming up to 3 hours of this show. Yeah, 3 hours I've been live. Wow, that went classic. Thanks, Vibes. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to be back the new year. I'm trying to get back. When is the new year? New Year's Eve is Thursday. That sounds like a good time to go live on New Year's Eve. So thank you all for being here. Thank you everyone who supported me this year, liked, subscribed, and anything to do with Flat Earth British. I really am appreciative. It's not an easy place to survive on YouTube these days with AI doing what it's doing and making all these fucking horrible videos that lots of people watch, but there's no human involved and there's no spirit involved and they don't make you laugh. In fact, they drop your vibration just with that droney AI fucking voice. No. Gotta have the human beings, man. Yeah, man. How many are left, guys? Why do you think the Pope said, go forth and procreate? Did he say that? I didn't watch the Pope's speech, funnily enough. Or the King's. Thank you, Vibes. Long live Marticus. I agree with that. Thank you. I was thinking, because I'm such a twat, that if I've just lived to 100 just to spite them, I'll do that. Just to spite them. Okay? Just out of bloody mindedness, I will keep on going. And that's true, that is as well. I think that's true in life generally. So yeah, Happy New Year, and I hope to see you before. I got loads still to share with you. So thank you, Hippie Shake, for supporting me with the links for buying me a coffee and other things. Southern Ontario Saskatchewan. Thanks for the giggles. We do have a laugh, don't we? We've had a scream this year, haven't we, guys? I've had a strange year, me. But I've learned a lot. So, not a bad ending to the year, really, all in all. I'm quite happy with that. I can't read that. Omega, good to see you. Wasn't New Year's a solstice? According to Google, it was the 21st. So I'm not really sure if it's the solstice. I have to check. Much love, Millicent. Yeah, wonderful New Year to you as well. And lovely Polish person, which is not, you're not Polish, are you? Virus and Veronvink. And thanks, Jay, for your input today. Fight to the end, bro. Truth will prevail. No shit. Can't be any other way, bro. Can't be any other way. I don't know what that means, Lee. Anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic time. I'm going to eat something chocolatey now. I got chocolate munch on. I'll make a nice cup of tea. That's what I'm doing. You sent me from Amiens Cathedral, Southern Sasquatch. What's that? Sorry. Well, I've got a collection recent of Amiens Cathedral. Absolutely fantastic place. Wow. Maybe I should go. It's not even far, France. Just every time I go to France, shit happens. Every time. Every time. Maybe be different now. I'm a lot older. Happy, joy. happy, joy. Oh, God love him. So he said that. He's had an oxycodone for your knee. Just got off oxycodone. Yeah, fuck them, mate. Yeah, mate, knock it in the head. Yeah, I know it's hard. You can use creams and stuff. Hemp on your knee, hemp oil's good and stuff. opiates kills your willy for one thing, and drops your immune system. So yeah, it's good. It's good to get off them. Oxycontin, something I know about. No, so no, all of it's bad. Reality elevator. Keep it for later in life if you may need it. That's the thing. If you die, you know, a lot of people are not scared of death. They're scared of the pain of death, aren't they? That's the truth. Like, oh, it might really, really hurt. Yeah, and it might not. Ooh, you just had chocolate. I got Galaxy Caramel over there and some Lion's tea cakes. Old school. I've gone. But yeah, I did a lamb dinner for Christmas dinner. Didn't have turkey. Didn't fancy it. It's all greasy. It's not like it used to be. But the Welsh lamb chops, fucking lovely. And I selected some beautiful vegetables. So I did that. Lovely, lovely dinner. Which was very pleasant indeed. With mint sauce. Yum, yum, yum. Happy helmet. Funny, man. Yeah, so did you enjoy my video about Dr. Death? Did you know about him? Yeah, he's got more going on than Nikola Tesla, and they keep banging on about Tesla. Yeah, Britain had a Tesla that actually invented some shit. I'm just saying, yo. So yeah, he invented a death ray and a Sky Projector, which sinks in with what the feeling is they're going to come out with a fake alien invasion in the near future, which you probably might try that, because all last year was, we're doing an alien disclosure. Trump's learned the truth that there's others. They got UFO technology. It's all in fucking Warehouse 13. Anyway, they're banging on about that. So, and a million other things as well. I swear to God, you present some of the cringiest things that make me want to duck out, and then all of a sudden you hit us with the slapstick funny. So I'm guilty of coming back. Well, you know, I'm Marmite. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, bro. So I'll dig that. Some of the books. I don't know anymore. It doesn't matter. No, I'm Estonian, Lee. Brought up in Estonia. So that's something else I identify as. Yeah, what's... Ooh. Oh. Pain's a funny thing. Well, it's something I've had a lot of, so I do appreciate it. But cannabis helps with pain. I just can't tell you how to heal yourself, brother. That's not my position in life. All I can say is what from my personal experience, that high-end opiates like oxys are not good for you, or morphine sulfate, not good. Yeah, it's a God-given right. But what I'm saying is, if you've got a fucking habit and it's not going to work when your time of death comes and you might need it for the pain relief, if it makes sense, then maybe. But I want to be, you know, I'd want to be straight for the transition, not fucking shit-faced. But we'll see. I might feel like I want to be shit-faced on morphine at the end. Because this is like, wow. Sad place to come into. I guess it'll be a hard place to leave to, or whatever. I've drowned twice, once in 3 years. No, I think you died, strange man. I think you died. I think we're all in hell, mate. I'm sorry to tell you that. You definitely never survived your drowning. We all died, mate. That's what's happening. It's funny how amounts of friends I have that have had, like, oh, I should have died accidents. And they keep saying, oh, there's no way I should have survived. I can't think to myself, you never. Have you seen Beetlejuice? I'm in New England, and it seems New York City is too far these days, too. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Oh, it's not a subject I should have gone into. No more heroes anymore. I'm wishing you all an epic and magnificent 2026, or whatever year it is, from Bob Sykes, guys. So thank you, Bob. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to dive off now. I haven't got any opinions now, Manny. I haven't got any thoughts on Trump files or anything. Mentioned it earlier. It's not my cup of tea, and I have no evidence to anything that anything comes on the internet is real anyway. So people commenting on echo chambering. I don't know. Hang on a minute. Let's just cover this a minute. It's tricky, my friends. I don't know. I don't know. If you're a pain's a bastard, is all I can say. And if you can get away from it, I understand it. But yeah, that works a lot. It works a lot. And you get the munchies then. Yeah. But it's fake food. But just think good thoughts at your food and try and keep it fresh. That's all. Keep away from processed foods. They're the ones. Okay. And read the ingredients. The bread that I'm on, I know. But I want to learn how to make bread and try and make bread. Do it on a YouTube video. And there's like easy fucking, you can make bread in like 10 minutes. So I want to try that. Except for the rising bit. I mean. So yeah. Oh, yeah, piece of shit. It's weakness leaving the body. Thank you, lovelies. Thank you, Violet. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Nora. You can make bread. Oh, can you? I need to make bread. I want to make crusty bread that you open up and it smells yummy. It's got no chemicals in it. It's very yeasty, like that sourdough. And put my own butter on it. Thick, creamy Kerrygold. Yeah. That's what I want to do. And then dunk it in some nice cream and mushroom soup. Yeah. You baked Christmas? Well, I had rye bread today with like cold cuts. Rye loaf, still here left. Rye loaf, can you do that, Alva Billy? I've got rye bread, black bread we call it here, but yeah, still full of chemicals stuff here. Even the rye bread, but it's the best of it. It's the best of it. The bread's a fucking killer. Yeah, Kerrygold, that's what I'm on at the moment. Love that better. Mango cheese. I had salmon and smoked salmon salad and new potatoes for dinner. It's lovely. For my flat day lunch, I should say. So thank you, Nora. Jim Scotsman with all them sheep. Okay. And finish Christmas speciality. Ooh. You love your food, don't you, Albert Billy? I love my food as well, mate. Don't blame you. It's fucking awesome. I fucking love it. Where would we be without it? You were saying it seems like too far to go anyway these days. Oh, right. Sorry. Distance in New York to England. Okay, then. Thank you all, everybody, for being here. I need to go because I'm developing a head and I need to cut my tea thirsty. You made homemade bread and it's great. Reality Elevator, did you? Yeah, definitely. There's YouTube videos to show you it. Like fucking takes 10 minutes, except for the rising bit. But I wanted to do like bread rolls. Lovely. So thank you, Wiggly Flat Firms. Happy holidays. Happy 2026 to you all. Let's make it excellent. Let's make it extra especially fantastic this year, shall we, guys? Show them how to do it. Because the internet's bollocks. So we need to fanny it up a bit. Leave that bit to me. I'm good at shit. Okay, that's me. They are the devil, Princess. They are the devil. Very bad for society. I can concur with that. I'm someone who knows. Anyway, I gotta go. Boom Shankar and happy day after Boxing Day Flatmass special. There. Yay. See you soon.